and host Streamlabs from it.
Hmm?
Nothing.
Oh crap, I don't have my phone. Oh well. Can't look at comments.
It'll be on there. I'll have my phone. Oh, hello.
It looks pretty small in the corner there. You might
Oh,
want to
yeah.
make it bigger. Because you set the background to transparent, right? So you can crank the size.
Just if there's a lot of chats, it's gonna cover.
There won't be for a while, I imagine.
Probably not.
Excuse me.
Oh.
Ah.
I don't know. I'm tired.
I'm tired too, man. I had a whack sleep schedule this week, and I haven't caught up at all. I feel like I've been really struggling with it.
Yeah, well, I haven't been sleeping. I don't remember the last time I slept through the night, but for some reason, the past couple days, I've just been tired when I wake up, like automatically. And then I had to have the dental work done today, and I swear that like took it out of me completely.
I just had that loop shoot on Wednesday, but I thought it was a night shoot, so it was like a huge panic in the morning.
Oh, I heard about that.
And it was an enormous
Stressor.
like, stressor for me and only me, apparently. But there was like 5 lucky breaks in a row that had to happen for it to work out.
Yeah.
And they all happened. Like, it was very close to blowing up the whole thing.
Yeah.
And Loop was just like, man, whatever, it's fine.
I heard you had to give yourself a haircut.
Yeah, I didn't end up doing the haircut. I just cut my beard. So
and they tied your hair back.
15 bobby pins in my hair to hold the stupid hair cape.
Yeah.
Luckily, Alyssa had all of her bobby pins.
Oh, that's good.
And I think I got to bed around 4:40 and then woke up at 7 for no reason in particular. Sat up instead of going back to sleep at 7 a.m. Then decided to look at the call sheet just to check. And then saw it. But also had enough time, and my mom was flexible enough to come get the girls, and like everything worked out, but barely.
Yeah.
So it was so many lucky breaks in a row. So, but I had 2 hours of sleep that day, so I was running on pure rage.
Hey, sometimes that's what you need to do.
It turned out to be a good dad day for me, though. I don't often...
With your kids gone, it was a good dad day?
No, because of like all of the, like, normally I can wake them up and we have a good time in the morning and we get dressed and it's like relaxed, right? This one I was like, you need to get up. Daddy made a mistake. I need you to get up and get dressed very fast so that way Dad can do what he needs to do. And both of Elizabeth is the one. But she was very like cooperative and she understood and she got up, she got ready and it was all good. The baby, you just throw her in the car, right?
Right.
But
tell her she's going to
I
nanny.
got all of that worked out, and then after, because I was off and I didn't have the baby, I picked up Elizabeth from school on the motorcycle and then we went, just her and I, to a place and I talked to her and we like caught up about stuff and we played games and just hung out.
When she rides on the motorcycle, does she ride in front of you?
No, she rides behind me.
Oh, she does?
She has, now that she's older, she has a helmet that fits and gloves and all that stuff.
Wow.
The baby would sit in front of me, but I don't take the baby on the bike.
Yeah.
The only times I have, it's like around the block.
But Elizabeth, you're not afraid that she'll let go or...
No,
she's able to...
The rule is she's long enough to reach the pegs now. So I can feel her feet on the pegs.
Okay.
And then I make her hold on to my belt the whole time. So I can feel both hands. And I can tell where she's looking and stuff like that.
Right.
It is like inherently more risky than not doing that. So I don't often drive her around on the bike. Much to her dismay.
Yeah, she probably loves it.
But that's like, it ended up being a good dad day for me, and I was proud of my kids that day.
I mean, even if you get a good amount of sleep, if you're experiencing excessive stress, you're going to feel tired.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I had kind of a stressful week, almost the entire week, getting ready for, we had family come into town this weekend, and so I was getting ready for that. And I chose to finish a lot of projects that I kind of had on the back burner. Like when my mom moved in, everything that was in that bedroom had to be moved around the house because we don't have any extra
And to
space.
distribute it.
I distributed it amongst all the rooms, like our office, Abby's office, and our bedroom. And there, you couldn't walk anymore. And so I'm like, I have to get this done. It's driving me crazy. So I did. And that was a big mistake to do it all this week. Plus, I wanted to replace this carpet. We used to have a carpet in here that was Jerry's great-grandmother's. Great-grandmother's or great-great-grandmother's? Now I'm trying to remember. It was an old
So back in year 0.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's like the difference between the 1900s and the 1800s.
it was the 1800s.
Yeah.
It's from the 1800s. It was a wool carpet. What are they called? You're not supposed to say Oriental, right? Asian, sorry. It was an Asian rug, wool. It went from one wall to the other, so it was pretty big, but it had a ton of wear marks. We can see you. There's no point
going
getting
to say
down.
you ducked
Your
for no
entire
reason.
body
Yeah.
was full on in there.
Yeah.
I did
Yeah.
nothing.
So,
If I hadn't ducked, you would.
Huh?
what?
No.
We would
We
have seen you
saw
no
you
matter what
full
you did.
on what you did.
The only thing you
There's
could
no
have
point.
done was
Just
like,
jump over the couch.
yeah, Dukes of Hazzard jump over the couch.
Hi, Jim Moody.
Hi, Jim.
He said, hey.
Hey.
Anyway, so we had to get that carpet out from under all the furniture. It was under that thing, that really heavy thing. So that was fun.
We
So
don't
then-
have any of that. We had a rug that we put on the back patio for the dogs, but eventually it died a death. And then only one room in our house has carpet. The rest of it is tile or.
And you don't have carpets down on the tile?
No.
Oh, wow. I can't do that.
Our kids just fall on the floor, you know.
We,
Well, that was the other thing was, it was even, I don't have any padding under any of our rugs,
Yeah.
and I didn't under this one either, the Asian rug. And for some reason, it was even thinner than all the other, I think because it was so old. So I had to buy padding for it because my feet hurt from walking in here. So that was one of the reasons I wanted a new rug.
I do experience that though. A lot of times I'll put my shoes on to walk around the house because it's more comfortable, especially if I know I'm going to be cooking in the kitchen for a long time.
Oh, yeah.
I'll put my shoes on because it's more comfortable than walking around with nothing.
Well, plus I have so much nerve damage from the show in my feet. I almost always have to. I used to go barefoot all the time as an adult, like in my early years as an adult, all the way up through childhood. I went barefoot outside. I walked out on asphalt and everything. And I try to go I go barefoot at Trail This Town, but the floor in here is so hard. I will wear my sandals usually, which I hate doing. But I don't know. Does anybody else have nerve damage in their feet from doing the Wild West Stunt show?
what?
I have 3 broken bones.
That's not nerve damage.
I don't
I
think the
mean-
microphone's directly in front of your face.
I have 3 broken bones in
No, you keep cutting.
foot.
Nobody cares about your
There you
broken
go.
bones.
You have to talk right in front of it.
Hello.
I have a broken toe in my
Hello?
foot. Actually, you don't have 3 broken bones in your foot. You have 3. They're healed. They're not broken. You big
Yeah,
liar.
they're better
let me-
now.
Let me retry. Okay, it's not me. It's not me. I have
He
3.
needs one of these.
I have 3
No, that's not why.
disformed bones.
Here, angle it more up like me. See if that helps. Oh,
That's the wrong way.
with the, yeah.
Huh?
Loosen.
No, you're doing great, man.
Yeah.
Just keep trying.
Hello.
I don't know why it's being so weird.
It's Eric.
Your guys' are working fine.
I don't know, man.
I think it's God telling us nobody wants to hear Eric.
Usually how it goes.
Speaking of carpet, in our bedroom, Layla and I have just a carpet outside of our normal hardwood flooring, and Ryder could have chosen anywhere to puke, and he puked on our carpet. So
Well, it's more comfortable.
Yeah.
I mean, wouldn't you?
I would not puke on a carpet.
I was talking.
Howdy, Edward Mullen.
I would
hi,
find
Ed.
a hard place to puke.
That always reminds me of the story when Abby was, and that was just probably like 8 or 9, maybe even younger, but
6
she
or 7.
came out in the living room and Jerry and I were sitting here and we had a big chair and she said, I don't feel very good. Blah. No warning. What she just said, I don't feel very good. And then she threw up all over this big chair we had. She ended up very sick too. And it seeped down through the chair onto our carpet. And
Wow.
Jerry's first response was, why would she come out here and throw up on the chair instead of going in the bathroom?
Came out for help.
I'm like, well, she was 7 and didn't know she's going to throw up, doofus.
Yeah.
Poor Abby.
The same weekend that Elizabeth busted her head, she was not feeling well, so she just ate like a hot dog for dinner, and that was it. That's all she had to eat that day. And then when they woke her up in the morning, she had thrown up hot dog all over herself,
Oh,
but
no.
then continued to sleep. So
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Yuck. Eh.
So howdy, everybody. We're the Pistoleros for the couple people that are watching right now. I'm Jacob.
I'm Heather.
I'm Travis.
I'm Eric.
There you go. It worked. Good job.
Yeah, I have to see. Look, it's like I'm not that far away.
I don't know why it's being extra sensitive to you.
Or insensitive, as the case may be.
Yeah, insensitive.
Let me change your settings just for you.
Thanks.
What
So
happened
we-
to Friday night, man? Friday night the shows was. What happened Friday that nobody came?
It was actually better than I thought it was going to be because I thought the U of A was playing. So I don't know. I mean, the show was really busy last night. That was crazy. Last night was the night I expected it to be slower. Saturday was okay. And that was the night we played. The U of A played.
Yeah.
So
And they're doing it again this weekend,
this weekend on Saturday again.
which probably will have more people tuning in because this is actually
The Final Four.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did
The
anybody, have they
semifinals.
posted the game time yet?
Not that I know of.
I do not follow.
We're thinking, oh, go ahead.
Keep talking. Keep talking. I need to know if I need to change it.
Just on Saturday.
There you go.
Just on,
That's it.
we know it's on Saturday. We just don't know what time. Somebody said they thought it might be earlier in the day,
I'm
which I'm
sure
hoping.
it's prime time. You know what I mean? I doubt that's going to be like a 2 or 3 o'clock game.
I don't know, but we were thinking of running a special at the show if it is during the day.
Mm.
But I'm not gonna. So keep an eye on Facebook for that. But
Nice.
probably only if we
I'm
lose.
sure the time has already been decided.
When I looked 2 days
Possibly.
ago, it wasn't. But
Because like they have to have it for the television schedule and stuff, right?
oh yeah, oh, you mean like TV Guide?
Yeah.
There is no TV Guide.
Speaking of the Final Four and everything, why do we?
What?
Why are college sports, do you think, so important to people?
I think that not just college sports, just sports in general. I think that people are always looking for a way to identify with a group. There's a
Edward-
Bluey episode actually
Edward
kind of
said
about
it's
that.
around 6 p.m. against Michigan,
Oh, of course it is. Okay. Oh, Michigan. Okay.
which
That's
is
why people are talking
the
about Michigan
number
last night.
one seed. So
I have it says it's scheduled for 5:39 p.m. on Saturday, April 4th.
Okay. So, like I said, Bluey had an episode which kind of ties into what I was just saying, where it was Bingo, right? Not Bluey. Bingo was not Bingo. It was their neighbor
Yeah.
who was sad because their
Bless you.
parents were on different teams.
The older boy, his name is Lucky, but I don't remember the little boy's name.
Yeah. But that, I think that's what it is. I think it goes back to like the Roman games and all that, the Colosseum and stuff, is that you want to identify with something. and you might not have the ability to do this thing because it's physical.
Yeah.
I think everybody kind of has an innate desire to be physical, but they can't maybe, or they don't have time or whatever. And so they like to identify with something physical, and people like to be tribe-like. They like to have a tribe. And so people that aren't interested in sports are probably cultish about something else. They have something else because everybody wants something that they belong to.
Yeah.
And
Community.
yeah.
I think all of those things make up sports in general, like you said, but college, I think the reason why people tend to prefer college, or if they pick college sports over pro sports, it's usually down to just a few things. First of all, it's more regional, so it's not just the state or the region that you're from, but it's like your town.
Your local
Specific,
town.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, so
I was gonna say, it's
instead of
easier
the
to
Cardinals,
access, yeah.
you can have a rivalry between us being U of A and ASU being Phoenix. So you can be more specific,
Mhm.
and I think the second thing is I believe it's cheaper to participate in NCAA stuff
Oh yeah.
or
Yeah.
By far.
any kind of college ball,
Mhm.
because the major league sports companies and all of their fees and extras, but they also have like bigger halftime shows, and you pay a premium for that type of entertainment. And I think if you just like going to the ball game, college is more accessible financially.
Well, you also might have gone to that college, and a lot of people like that too. Like it's their big, hey, I went there. They identify with that too.
And the third thing is, I think that some people view it as more of a pure for the love of the game type of thing, because it's not for profit. In that, like the students aren't getting paid, right? Other than the incentives for being good at basketball and going to that college.
Yeah.
But like professional sports leagues, they may not like the fact that that person or the players are getting paid so much, or that they are so outspoken about issues that matters to them or whatever. There's less controversy and less money being exchanged, and I think some people like that because it's a more pure sport event. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Instead of, you can get away from all of the politics of the money and the corporation and all of that stuff and focus on the ball. And some of those guys are like, I like the ball. You know?
My coach in high school for basketball always told us to, if we wanted to just see how people play and like the proper way to play, never watch NBA, always watch college.
Oh yeah.
Because in college they have something to prove. In the NBA, some people are like, I already made it, so they don't have to try as hard. If you watch college and NBA, college, everybody is sprinting no matter what. Everybody's going after. In NBA, 2 or 3 people are sprinting, the rest are walking on defense, stuff like that. So like, you're right. It's the purpose of it is they are trying to get to the NBA still, so they have something to prove. Once you're already in the NBA, unless you really want to be a star, you kind of just fall by the wayside of people who are already stars. And it's like, it's a potential career, and they're not swayed by money, so they want to be there. So I bet some NBA players just stay in the NBA because that's their job and they get paid. So
Well,
I
yeah.
mean, there was a comedian, I don't remember what his name was, but his bit was basically, why would you ever retire? Like as a football person, because you're making, as a starter, you're making like $250,000 a game, no problem. And then you're like, well, you can't do that anymore, so you can be like a backup for $75,000 a year, and you can just be a backup, and you're like, yeah, I'll do that. Like,
So,
why would you not? Because
So we were talking last night. Nobody in our family is a sports fan. In our immediate family, we don't have any sports fans.
not
Are
even
you
Jacob.
guys-
You're not a sports fan.
I used to be. I don't
Yeah, he
follow
doesn't
it
really
anymore,
follow it.
just because it's hard for me to follow it now. Because it is also like, when I was in it, it's easier to follow because I'm excited about it.
Yeah.
Now I'm not into basketball as much because I don't play basketball anymore. So, and they don't have any like volleyball leagues except the Olympics. But
But so somebody asked me if I that came up because they asked me if I followed the U of A, and I said, well, I did in 1997 because I had friends that were really, really into college basketball, and that's when we last won the national championship. And see, Noah was 3 months old, and we had a big party at our house to watch the final game. And I think you get caught up in everybody else's excitement because up to that point, didn't really care about sports. But the people in the room really cared. So I was really excited. People were yelling and screaming. Noah slept through the whole thing as a 3-month-old. But I remember all that. And then I kind of followed the U of A the following season and got really excited about it. But then I started to get ticked off at the games, and they stressed me out. And I don't remember how we did that year, but it wasn't great. And so I thought, well, I got enough stress in my life. I don't need one more thing that I'm not even involved in to be getting really excited about and then disappointed. And then I didn't really get excited again until the kids were in sports. So, I mean, when Jacob was in varsity volleyball, I went nuts.
Yeah.
Like I would just sit in the stands this.
As a sophomore, by the way.
As a sophomore, it was that was worse that he was a sophomore because I was like really worried about him. And we'd go to other schools, and some of the schools in Tucson were awful. Like the parents were awful. And it took everything I had not to say anything, not to do anything, not to yell, but some of them were so bad. You had parents yelling insults at high schoolers.
Oh, yeah.
It was crazy. It was so crazy.
For volleyball.
We had parents
out of all sports.
We had parents accusing them of cheating. It just we had a parent at one of the games that was really bad. I'm not going to mention the school or the parents, even though they were terrible. They did they end up calling the police?
Yes, they did.
They had to call the police because of a fight, and somebody accused one of our parents of throwing a volleyball at the ref's head, which was total and absolute baloney. They were throwing a ball back into the game, and it went near the ref's head, but it didn't. It wasn't meant to hit the ref.
A full blown like line shot. It was a toss.
Right.
It wasn't a. It was
the parents on the other side, who had been horrible the whole time anyway, and just yelling insults at the kids and stuff. They were the ones that started this whole big melee, basically. And when the game was over, they were like posting up on our kids at the end of the game. And so finally, 2 parents got into it, and the police were called. So I was like, "This is insane." That was
it was our assistant coach.
Though. Like nothing in my life is that exciting.
It was an assistant coach.
Let's get
our assistant coach.
Put me in there, bro.
Sign me up.
okay.
I haven't had a good scrap in a minute.
No, it was.
And that's why I love going to hockey games.
Yeah.
You guys ever been to a hockey game?
I haven't.
Yes.
I'd love to go
I
to
have
one.
been to painfully
Coyote.
few hockey games. I
Yeah, I
wish I
love
could
going
go to more.
Like, that's probably the last sports game I went to. Just cutting out.
It
Fully
is-
cutting out.
I don't know why. Here, a loose connection or not? I don't
Maybe
think
we
it
can
is.
have the sniffer over there figure it out.
Just try talking really close. See if that helps.
I went to a hockey game. I like hockey.
I tested them all myself, and they all worked. So I don't know what's going on.
Will this help?
No.
No, that doesn't do anything
There's a
other than.
connection issue
yeah.
somewhere.
Let me see if I can figure it out.
I liked playing sports when I was younger, and I still would enjoy to play sports now. But I never really liked watching them on TV. I like going to them in person, right? That's pretty cool. Why, did you unplug it?
You can still hear you.
You're a little bonker
Sorry,
guy.
guys, we're having some technical difficulties. We'll get on.
It's all
We'll get-
kinds of Eric, honestly. He's like, is my mic cutting
Eric.
out? No, the people can't hear me.
Oh, I can hear it in my headset. It doesn't sound like right now. See, it keeps cutting in and out.
But the like 2 actual hockey games that I went to, I was like fired up, you know? But there's a difference between watching it and then being there. And I like to be there. I like to eat the
Being
hot
there.
dogs. I like
Being
to
there is
eat
totally different.
like stupid crap nachos. You know what I mean? Like I like that whole vibe.
I do too. That's the best part of going to a game.
Yeah.
I used to go to baseball games when I was in high school on dates. That's where we would go. And I love that
Yeah.
because you can talk during a baseball game and still be able to follow along.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
There's a lot of downtime.
Yeah.
There we
Same
go.
with football.
Yeah, I would definitely do that over watching it for sure. I have no interest in watching sports on TV.
Yeah. It was always only for social reasons that I went. It wasn't because I actually liked the.
Hi guys, for everybody tuning in. Sorry, we came back. So
We're here.
if you're tuning in because of our short, because I just posted a short right before this, thank you for watching that short. Speaking of short, he's
It's a
short.
Short.
Yep.
It's a short.
It was about a short guy and a short. We are the Pistoleros Wild West Stunt Show group, by the way, everybody. I just saw we spiked our numbers, so I just wanted to say that. So.
Hit him out there. Let him know. Let the people know.
If you guys have any questions about what we do or stuntmen or anything at all, just bring them in and we'll answer them as we go along. Otherwise, we'll keep on talking.
We're going back and forth for those that have been watching the last couple of weeks between this style of podcast style and the game style. So if you're wondering why it looks different, that's why.
Yep.
And I'll keep trying to talk.
Good job.
Yes, please.
I'll just do that before I
I can
talk.
try to change your mic out too.
The test
Maybe
will be
that'll
when Jerry switches out. If we can hear him the whole time, it's you.
I'm not talking any differently than
It's
how I have in the
It's your
past.
natural timbre.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
It's like, you guys sound good, but I hear myself in here and it sounds like crap.
Well,
Yeah,
like
part of that is your head voice. You know?
yeah.
Well, not the voice.
Like I said,
part.
I tested all of these, just saying, and they all sounded good to me.
This was a setup.
Not
See?
not a
Did it
setup.
again.
It is
Not
a
a
setup
setup.
right here. We've got it all set up.
All set up.
This game's rigged.
It's all planned.
So back to the U of A. I don't plan. Well, I'll be at work anyway, but I don't plan on watching it. I mean,
Yeah.
I'll be happy for all the people that are big U of A fans if we win, but I could care less. Honestly, I got enough going on. I got enough team stuff in my own life that I don't need to.
Yeah.
I don't need to watch sports and be stressed out about it.
I will
so.
be happy if my kids get involved because I like to go to things. So if my kids get involved and start doing stuff, like every time Elizabeth has a performance at school, I go and watch it, and I like doing that. Even though it's like kindergartners dancing, you know, it's not awesome, you know, but I like it. I like to watch them watch us see them do it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because what they're doing is not like groundbreaking or exciting necessarily.
Sometimes it is if you're talking about kindergartners.
But yeah,
You
one of
never
them
know.
with the 1,000-yard stare
never
in the
know.
back. You know, he's about to Ralph, and you're just like, hold it in, bud. You can do it.
Or the little girl
I've
that
never done
decides
that,
she's going to lift up her dress
Yeah.
and play, whatever.
Push the other kid out of the way
Yeah,
so she
kids
can
are-
be seen better.
Kids are funny. Kids are funny.
My favorite is when they all tumble over each other. You know.
One trips and trips all the other ones too.
Yeah.
Most of
You
the
can tell
time
it's your
it's like
kid.
this is the life cycle of a plant. So there's a bunch of kids who are seeds and then they start to grow. It's always like interpretive dance.
Oh, hey.
It's like the beginning of Zootopia.
Yeah.
Guys, I just got an
Blood,
idea for our
blood,
next
yeah.
show.
Got me out.
We'll all start out as
Yeah.
plants.
You
That
gotta
would
be a
sound
tree.
fun.
He'll be a weed.
A weed.
This reminds me
What's
of Diary of the
Reed doing
Wimpy
here?
Kid when he.
Oh, yeah. That's right. He was a
All
tree.
right.
It's
I'm gonna
not
change.
me.
I'm gonna change his mic out.
Okay, well, don't cut out the camera again.
I'm trying.
All right, we're going to change out Eric's mic because we all are dying to know what Eric is saying.
I'm sure that
Apparently I
Eric will
just
be
suck.
helpful and won't get in the way of this change at all.
Pretty sure it will be very
Sorry,
insightful,
guys.
whatever he has to say.
I just suck.
So get ready, because as soon as it's fixed, we're going to need some insightful conversation.
I'll be ready.
Officially unplugged. That's our new like cozy music album that we'll do. We'll do
Oh, right.
Pistoleros
Unplugged.
Yeah. We'll
Yeah,
do it
so,
like an acoustic cover.
So every year, guys, we do a Christmas party called the Dragoony. So for those of you that don't know, the set or the street where we perform used to be called, well, it still is. It's called Dragoon Street. That's the name of the street we perform on. And so the show back in the day, like for the first, I don't know, 10 years. I'm trying to think. Yeah, probably about 10 years. The show was called the Dragoon Street Players. And where's I going with that?
Well, that wasn't the name of the show. That was the cat.
That was the name. Yeah. So instead of the Pinnacle Peak Pistoleros, which is what we became, it was the Dragoon Street Players.
Yeah.
And that was the name of the theater company, basically. So we have a Christmas cast party every year, and it was always called the Dragoony, as in we give out an award, or we did, for the best stunt man called the Dragoony. And so we just started calling the Christmas party the Dragoony. And so every year now at the Dragoony, we do not only do we do a white elephant and a lot of eating, we do, what was this in reference to? Seriously, I'm so tired. I forgot what I was talking about. What were you talking about before?
What?
We unplugged the Christmas album.
So,
is that where you're going with that?
Yeah. So we do a white elephant, and we're always trying to one up each other on the ridiculousness.
Should work now.
Hey, welcome back, buddy.
Let's hear it.
Hello, can you hear me?
There we go.
Oh,
Wow.
yeah.
So I think there might be a short in that thing.
Of course there is.
Dad tripped over a chord
See,
before
so it
we
wasn't
started.
me. Oh, yeah, it sounds so much better.
It might have been the chord.
I have
The
so
chord
much
might
to
have
say, so many inner
Well, too bad
thoughts.
I'm already talking. So anyway,
So
Oh,
we
alright.
can mute his mic now.
we
I don't
did
know how it
a
works.
we do the white elephant, and one year we've given away stuff like a box that when you open it, it makes fart noises. Farts make an appearance at every Dragoony,
For the
like
most
in a
part.
picture
In some
or
form, yeah.
in some form. And one year, Travis did a Christmas album where he sang a bunch of.
That was last year, right?
Was it last year or the year before?
Was it the year before?
Oh, maybe it was.
It was
no?
last year.
Was it last year?
Yeah.
Not this last one, but the year before.
The year before. It wasn't this.
He
last
made
year.
a whole album of traditional Christmas songs that he sang himself and recorded. So
I had to record them all on a much worse quality microphone than this one. So.
And it turned out pretty good. So
yeah, so he's saying next year somebody's gonna have to do the Pistoleros Unplugged.
Yeah, you gotta do an
Yeah,
acoustic.
have to be you.
Yeah.
It
It can't
have to
be
be you,
me,
obviously. Why not?
because I won't do another one.
Oh,
My wife put volume 1 on all of the Christmas album prints that we did. And I was like, what's that about? She's like, so you can do another one. I'm like, I'm not doing another one.
Hi Rita, we're doing good over here. She
Hi,
asked
Rita.
how we're doing over
Yep.
here.
this
Doing
is how
good.
we're doing.
This is how it is, Sam.
Yeah, take a look.
So, speaking of the college and everything, I know how Eric has a lot to say about this subject, but so how do we feel about going straight to working like blue collar jobs or going to college and maybe getting a better job?
I think it depends on what you're doing. Heavily depends on what you're doing.
But can't you really get any job now without a degree?
Well, not necessarily.
No,
That's the problem. And
no.
I think there's been this huge push for, I know when I was in high school, that there was a big push by my family, because everybody just goes to college, right? And there was always a big push that everybody goes to school, and I don't agree with that. I think that some people are meant for school and some people aren't, and it does depend on what you're doing. I think that the disservice that's happened in the last decade or so is that a lot of employers are requiring a degree for jobs that didn't used to require a degree. They just want to know that you went to school. And I think that's a complete racket, because why should you have to get a degree for something that maybe you've been doing for 20 years and you're really good at it, but you have to have a degree? It's ridiculous.
That was the great lie that was told to millennials in general, was if you want to have a good job, you're going to have to go to college. And I think it was a lie that was told to not just millennials, but even generations prior to that.
Well, like mine, which is Gen X.
But that really like crashed and burned for millennials because a lot of them went to college and got 4 years like communications or social sciences or whatever just to get a degree.
Yeah.
And now that is completely useless and
Right.
there's nothing there's no value that you can get from that.
Right.
And you owe $120,000 in student debt or
Yeah.
whatever that people are doing.
Yeah.
So a lot of millennials got heavily burned by that dogma of college is what you have to do. That's the natural progression.
Yeah.
Nowadays, there are specialized fields that you need not only a degree but also experience in to get into the industry, which I also think is a racket. If
Yeah.
you have to have experience in a job to get a job, how do you get experience for that job if you can't get the job because you don't have experience? You get a degree, but now
Yeah.
you need a degree and experience.
I have a so I might be saying this wrong, and I think I'm right. So if Layla, if you're hearing this and I'm wrong, please tell me. But Layla's dad is now part owner of a very successful tile company, and he didn't go to college, I'm pretty sure, because he went straight to the Navy after he got out of high school. And when he came back, he started installing tile and he just worked his way up. He never got a business degree, didn't get any of that stuff. But now when you're thinking of a business, you think that if you're going to be a business owner, you need a business degree. You need, especially with a successful company like he has, you think he would need a degree for that, but he didn't. He worked his way up and he got taught everything. So that's why I'm saying maybe there are some stuff, like I guess if like you want to become a mechanical engineer, maybe the fast track to do what you want to do is college instead of working your way up, because that would be a long road. But
Well, I kind of like my doctor to have gone to school.
Yeah. Like, and
So-
specialized things
you
like
can learn it on YouTube.
Yeah.
any kind of like research or any kind of emerging technology, you're
Yeah.
going to want people who have a background of college
Yeah.
versus, especially if it's emergent technology,
Yeah.
there is no experience. No
Yeah.
one has done that before.
That's true.
So having a college degree and the background in the field proven that you can just be like, here, I got this thing.
Yeah.
The business degree, while you might not need it to run something like that, especially if he was working his way through the ranks the whole time, which probably took longer than a business degree would have taken.
Yeah.
But also
But he was pretty high after he was done installing. He got pretty high
a
pretty quickly.
big company, like a
Yeah.
huge Fortune 500 company, you're not going to work your way to the top. They're
Yeah.
going to hire talent from colleges as they come out. So it doesn't always apply there
Yeah.
as far as the business degree.
Yeah.
And a business degree is a pretty safe degree to get.
It's a very general degree,
yeah.
and I feel like there's a lot of jobs, like you said, you can get easier instead of working your way up. Like an assistant manager of something or a manager of something, you
Yeah.
could just go right in and do it
You
instead
could
of working
even
your
be
way
like,
up.
you could even be like a regional manager or a franchise
Yeah.
manager or
Yeah,
something
well,
like that.
Look at Mike.
with no
Look at Michael Scott. He never went to business
I worked-
school, and he's
so
regional
I-
manager of
I
Dunkin'.
went
Mike is about to own Chick-fil-A and like he didn't do college.
My first real job, well, I worked for Tucson newspapers as a carrier when I was a junior. I mean, as a child. And then when I turned 16, I started working for Peter Piper, and I did work my way up to manager there in 6 years. And then I traded that for a job at the U of A. And then I traded that for I traded that for a job at a real estate company, then to the U of A. And then I started having kids, and so I stayed home. But the thing that happens now that did not happen then is the rise in minimum wage, I believe, is part of the reason why people are saying, well, now you have to have this thing. Because now we're not going to hire you for this entry level job, but pay you like you're an experienced person, because businesses are being forced to pay everyone like they're experienced.
I think something that's more endemic than the minimum wage being high, because that happened here in Arizona, but it's not in every state, is corporations get money from their shareholders or their stock people or their investors, and then they have to remain profitable and grow every single year. There's no, you have to grow every year. So they're always looking for ways to cut costs, especially the big companies. Smaller ones like the tile company, they're probably happy if they like keep stay steady. They'd like growth, but as long as they're not falling, it's good, right?
And that's well, Layla just confirmed I was right, by the way. He didn't go to college, but with his, I think is very unique because at the place where he was at, we can hear you, by the way. You're just sorry. It's because when we talk, it picks up our surround. Anyways, I think his tile company is actually unique where they want to expand more than other tile companies that do want to remain the same, and I think that's really cool.
It's good to have that growth mindset.
Yeah, he's like,
but if you don't have the business,
for sure.
Well, it's like I don't have a business degree, but I'm running our business.
Yeah,
I mean, you can. So you
can
can
figure it
grow
out
into
and
something.
make
You
it
have
work.
to figure it out.
But
Yeah.
you're not going to be hired at a,
No, I don't want to be.
and
I never
even
wanted to be
Goldman
business.
Sachs without
No.
a
even
degree.
with a business
No.
degree, they probably don't even teach you what you're doing most of the time.
Well, it depends. You can
they're-
specialize in different majors.
Yeah,
so
that's
it's
true.
like with
Can.
accounting or
Yeah,
with,
like communications
accounts
or something
payable.
like that.
Well,
Yeah.
like and Ed Mullen mentioned one track we didn't mention, which we should have. It should have been college, blue collar, or military. Because
Yeah.
military is another big one
That's
that
Well, it
people go
also,
straight into the military.
military also gave people avenues to complete college if they wanted to.
Right, yeah.
So you could use the GI Bill or whatever to go to college.
Yeah.
A buddy of mine did that. He did ROTC in high school and then graduated into second lieutenant, I think, when he went into the military. But he did ROTC into his college, and they paid for his college, and then he had to serve his years as an officer, as a lieutenant. But he went for electrical engineering, and now he works like Raytheon type jobs because he has a background in electrical engineering.
Well, and because they're going to put you on a track in the military, right?
Yeah.
So they'll put you on a track, hopefully in something you're interested in, and they will give you training. And then you have the option of furthering your education when you come out or going in a different direction, I guess. My cousin is a Navy pilot, and he's been doing it since college. So he's been working towards it since college. So he'll have a great retirement.
I was gesturing to Eric, so see if we can hear from him.
Oh.
Because I started this whole thing with, like, I know Eric has a lot to say, and he has
yeah,
to say.
Eric, what the heck?
Oh, I was just letting you guys talk. Well, I guess I'll respond to like the ROTC thing. Like, obviously, I'm not in college right now. I went straight into work. If I wanted to go in the military, I could, and I would have had a leg up against everybody else because I did have ROTC. 3 years of experience. So if I wanted to enlist, I would have been one rank higher than everybody else in boot camp. I would have been an E3 instead of an E2. So that would have been nice. Or if I tried, I could have applied to the U of A or something on an ROTC scholarship to do actual, college ROTC and then go officer training school and then go the officer route if I wanted to. But I didn't want to. I knew right from starting high school I didn't want to go to college. So now back to the college point. In the most nicest way possible, I think college is... I would go as far to say college is a scam. And the only reason I say that is because you pay a lot of money for classes that you don't choose to take. So you have to pay money to be forced to take classes that have nothing to do with what you want to do. And I think that's a total scam. Like, hey, give us your money and you'll have a degree in nursing. I'll just think of the important ones. So doctor, nursing, lawyer, engineering, like the, big ones. You have to take a bunch of nonsense classes with a bunch of biased teachers that teach you their narrative, whether it's right wing or left wing. Either way, it shouldn't be in college. But then you don't have a choice because then you have to. They can fail you if you, I know with Alyssa, my girlfriend, that's going to college. She's taking classes that have nothing to do with nursing. By teachers that are totally political and are pushing their narrative. And if she doesn't go along with their narrative, then she gets a bad grade. And that's even in a class that doesn't have to do with nursing, but even the classes that she's required to take to get into the nursing program, she also has that problem in there. So for that, I think that's one of the big reasons. Secondly, I think that more than half of the people that go to college don't even use their college degree. Now that's not a stab at the college institution themselves, but that's a fact. So obviously something is wrong with the system. If even, let's say, a generous number, 51% of people that go to college don't end up using their degree, that's a fail on college, I would say. I mean, I'm not saying that obviously the people have some sort of responsibility, but that's a really bad statistic. So I would say that college is not worth it.
Yeah.
Because one, you can be very happy not going to college, and I'm not. With that being said, there's a lot of jobs that you have to have schooling for, but I think there should be specialized schools just for that. So if you want to go into the medical field, you should go to medical school, not college. That's what I think. Or if you want to be a lawyer, then you should go to law school.
Aren't there medical school?
Well,
medical
yeah,
schools
I'm just
though?
saying.
But they're usually in
it's
a
a
college.
appendix.
It's a higher.
I'm saying as an alternative, like if college didn't exist,
Yeah.
and if you wanted to go into a field, then you go to that school, you learn exactly what you need to learn for that thing,
Yeah.
and then you do it. You don't take, if you're studying for nursing, you don't need to take
English.
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
If you want to be a teacher, then if you want to be an English teacher, then obviously you should have an English class. But it's not going to do any different to learn something that a nursing student would want to do. That's my opinion.
Well,
So-
it's basically, you're making a good point, because I've never thought about the fact that they force you to take all that. It's like high school.
Yeah.
I understand why they'd want kids to have like a general knowledge in all these areas, but once you're out of high school, you can go into a blue collar job and go to a specialized school for that.
Yeah.
Right. Which is why I think so many people now are choosing to do that, because obviously you don't have to get that loan, and you're specializing in one thing.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what makes blue collars so attractive, or should make blue collars so attractive. So you bring up a good point that I've never thought about, that we should all be wondering, why are you just going to an extension of high school and now paying for it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Paying
Why?
for it and then suffering the consequences
Yeah.
way later. Because if you get a scholarship and you get things paid for, then okay, that's one thing. But still, somebody is paying for it.
And a majority of people aren't getting the kind of scholarship that's paying for the whole thing anyway.
So the other side of that coin, I'm not going to defend the greed of the college institutions, because I think it's definitely warranted to be suspicious of that.
Mm-hmm.
However, college has always been marketed as continued education, not vocational training.
Mm-hmm.
You get your degree based on what you major in, but that is your focus, not your only thing that you're doing when you get your degree.
Mm-hmm.
A college degree represents more than just my ability. Let's say I have a bachelor's in accounting. It represents more than just my skill in accounting, because now I have taken continued education in mathematics and English and social studies and other things.
Mm-hmm.
So I understand why you feel that way. And a trade school or vocational school will do that. They'll only teach you what you need to know to do the job that you're going to do.
Mm-hmm.
But a college degree is more than that. College degree is continued education, and then you have a focus, a major or a minor in a specific thing, where you take more classes in that thing, but you take the classes as a whole to represent that level of education that you have continued to do.
And in the old days, I would say, okay.
Yeah.
Like in the old days when you could go to school without getting a loan that's higher than your mortgage
That's the
payment.
problem, in my opinion.
And
I think that's where you're butting up against it. Is you're like,
Yeah.
I don't want to pay all this money for an English class.
Yeah.
Then it doesn't sound like college is a right move.
Well, my argument is college itself. I think I'm not saying that additional education or all these other things are bad. I'm talking about the college in general, I think needs to be reconstructed. That's what I think. Because I don't think, if you want to continue your education, then you should. But I think the whole premise of college, from everything that I said to the classes that you are forced to take, to the money, to the this, to the that, all the reasons I could go down forever, but just the main reasons.
Yeah.
I think the whole institution of college should be reconstructed. I think that's my opinion. Just the way our society works, like there is things where you have to have additional education to pursue that job. That's not what I'm against. I'm against the college institution as a whole. I think needs to be redone.
Yeah.
So
That's what I think.
Is it mostly because it's expensive, or because the teachers are allowed to give their input, or they wield too much power? Like,
I don't
what
think
is the sticking point for you?
I think after high school, everyone's going to go their different ways. I do think it's too expensive, but I mean, that's a small thing. I think just the teachers, the curriculum, the free will that they have, the requirements that colleges give you are kind of ridiculous, I think.
Like the bar's too high, or
not the bar's too high, but like, without trying to repeat myself, when you decide to go to college, the whole way that the world works is you have to go to college. You have to continue your education. I'd say that's a good 75% of population is like, well, yeah, after my kid goes to high school, he's going to go to college. Doesn't matter what he does as long as he gets a college degree. And I don't think that's right. So that's what I'm saying. The whole way college works and the whole way college is viewed should be reconstructed for that, but also the classes that you have to take, the steps you have to take to be able to get your degree in something. You have to go through all this nonsense. I'm not nonsense, but all the things you don't have to learn unless you want to, but the things you don't have to learn are required. Well, you have to take this class about door hinges, and then history, and then math, and then plants to get your degree as a lawyer. Like, no, because there's a lot of classes that you take that have nothing to do with that. I get where you're coming from, like, well, it's a continuing education. Yes, I agree. But college as a whole, the way they run it, the way the things they require, the way that you have to go to get there, and the free will of the teachers and all that stuff, all the stuff in general, like if they learned all that and made it a little bit more beneficial to the person itself, like we're going to teach you the things that are required, for you to learn your specific thing that you want to learn, not just all this nonsense and then say it's required to be able to even get accepted into that program. Like, I don't think that's right.
Oh,
Yeah.
we're also ignoring that in the 40s and 50s and before, college or not university, going to university was a privilege. It wasn't a basic human right that everybody should be allowed, because there's a lot of people fighting for free college at this point.
Yeah.
When I don't even agree that half the people that are going to college should be going to college, but we've kind of transitioned from a culture that says there are some things that they're just privileges because you worked hard, because you deserve to be there. And now it's just like, no, that doesn't exist anymore in any area of life. And everything is a human right, or everything is a basic right for everybody. And I think that's why you're seeing what you're seeing, because now it is a business. Now it's how many people can we get in here? That's what I believe.
Yeah.
I do believe that I believe that most universities and most colleges are run like businesses now, and they're just trying to get as many students in as they can. Like, they're always talking about enrollment, always.
Yeah.
That's all you ever hear is enrollment. Why? Because they get money for every student they have, just like high school, just like public schools get money for every student they have. So their enrollment is always the top topic. And so I think it'd be better if we went back to the way it was when it was like a privilege to go to school because you had worked hard and you had something important that you wanted to do and you needed a degree for.
Yeah.
You just didn't go just to get a degree, like Travis said earlier.
I think I disagree with both of you. I think what you want,
Shocker.
I think what you want is the more options for vocational training. I don't think that you want to dismantle the college or university institution as it exists today. You just wish there was more options for vocational training, so that way you could go and elect to take the nursing course at this place without having to qualify by having a degree in something to begin with. I think that would solve your disconnect with that. I don't think that anything that requires financial backing on the part of the person seeking it should be, you worked hard enough, you have enough money, you deserve to be there. I think that's fundamentally
it wasn't money based is what I'm saying. It was grades based. In the 40s and 50s, it wasn't who had the most money could go to university. That wasn't it. It was grades based. It was performance based.
And I think performance based, now there's too many environmental factors that affect performance.
But now it is money based. It's just if you can get the money, however you get it, either you already have it or you can borrow it, you can go to school. And that's my problem.
Yeah.
Going back to Eric's thing, it is possible because, I mean, it's just the resources to do more training at the specific job you're at. It's possible, but it's per business for sure. And like when I was working for an undisclosed financial company, home loan company, I was on the higher end scale. Well, I was the last defense for like getting fraud and stuff like that. And I had no college training, but before they let me go, they were letting me use like a college level program. I don't know what it was. They didn't have to pay for it, but I was using this portal and I was learning just that subject for the home loans in that one portal. And I didn't have to take all those classes, but I was already at that place where they had me do the training and I could get a college level class without even going to college. And that's what I was doing before I got let go. But
well, and there's also online colleges now that are trying to get accreditation or do have accreditation. So you can just take the class you want.
Just those colleges. A lot of like main universities offer.
And I know I was just saying like the big points, but you know, just all in all, like the institutions, I think they should just be like different. And I know like I was just saying like the classes thing, because that's a big part of it, but I could go through, you know, all the little things I wish could change, or I think that would be better, not my opinion, I just think would be better towards society. You know, if the teachers didn't have so much free will, I'm like, well, you know, I want to teach you this book and push my narrative, you know. And I think that's a lot of the, you know, without getting conspiracy theorists and all this other stuff, it's just fact that, you know, teachers teach what they want to teach in college, and there really isn't that much, not that there's not any, but there's not that much backlash towards them. It's just kind of a, well, yeah, you know, it's kind of expected. If you expected, you know, if you ask somebody like, oh yeah, well, if they say something you don't agree with, then just, you know,
pretend like you agree.
You pretend like you agree if you want to get a good grade, or there's the other people that like, well, no, stand up for what you believe in and fail. So, and that's not how it should be. You know, you should go and learn basic stuff, but there shouldn't be opinion based. You know, unless you want to go into an opinion-based thing, then that's okay. You choose to do that, but
politics shouldn't be involved in the classes.
Yeah, it shouldn't
unless
be
you're taking some political class. Yeah, I agree with that.
I never experienced that, and I didn't go during such a divided time in politics.
And maybe that's what it is. I don't know.
I didn't have any of that problem. The only time I ran into something like that is because I asked for it. I was taking like religion classes and I was taking philosophy.
Okay, well, that makes sense.
And we had to, that was part of the thing, was to debate, right?
Well, but so we're talking about politics now. Politics have become very divided, and it's a fact that a lot of people are pushing politics in their classrooms, even in high school. And so maybe politics wasn't the thing for you, but even back when I was in high school, it was religion. So I know a friend of mine who, he went to high school and his parents were missionaries, and he wrote a paper that was from his perspective as a Christian, and the English teacher like marked it all up and failed him. And he said, well, I kind of wrote on the topic. I mean, I basically wrote on the topic you were talking about, just did it from my perspective. And she said, no, you have to write it from this perspective. But that wasn't the assignment.
No.
And so he fought it and ended up being homeschooled. His parents pulled him out of school his junior year, and he was homeschooled to finish his.
The way you said it made it sound like it was a punishment.
No.
It was like he fought it and fought it and ended up being homeschooled.
Yeah.
But and this is the school that I went to.
I didn't
school.
run into that either.
And Jacob had the same experience. How many years later?
Yeah.
When he wrote from a Christian perspective, and teachers marked it all up with red and said, "This is a fairy tale," stuff like that.
No.
It's like
I didn't run into that at all, but I was the opposite kid. Like
Right.
I would rail. I had this one teacher who I didn't like, and she was a sub, like a long-term sub for the English class that I was in for my junior year, I think. And she was like very strict and straight lace, and I was very laissez-faire, kind of, worse than I am now.
Yeah.
So she wanted to write on this thing, and she wanted to have this topic, and she was very opinionated and very Christian and very out loud and very in your face. And I was like the antithesis of all of that. But when she gave us the prompt, I fulfilled the prompt, but in the way that I knew that would make her the most angry. And I didn't fail that prompt. Like, I didn't fail the prompt. I wrote it as what she wanted, but I did the thing, it was fine.
So she still passed you, right?
Yeah, she was pissed about it. But
but see, she still passed you because that's the right thing to do.
Yeah.
That's not what he experienced, and that's not what my friend experienced.
Yeah.
Even in high school, and maybe it's just worse now, or I don't know, but. And I went to the Vale School District, which is supposed to be the best, one of the best.
According to them, the best.
According to, it's supposed to be better,
Yeah.
And I had a history class, and on my first day of history, without getting political, she had political things in her classroom and things that she believed, and that's fine. If you want to have things you believe in your classroom, fine, to a certain extent, whatever. But our first assignment was to fill out this information card. So you'd write your name and this and that, and it was fine until the second page, and it was you could see where this was going. It was like, the first question is, what do you identify as? And that's fine. If, you want to ask them, fine.
Was this in high school for you?
This is in high school.
How long ago was that for you?
So this was 22.
2022. Yeah, I guess they were doing pronouns back then.
And that's fine. If you want to ask that, fine. I didn't want to answer because there was no option for me. Nothing that I identified as. There was no regular option. Male, female. There was only the alternative options, So I didn't answer, and there was a couple other questions kind of along the same thing, what do you want to be called? This and this, that. And I was like, whatever, that's fine. But I chose not to answer, and I got a bad grade. I failed.
Graded?
Yeah, I was graded. For whatever reason, participation points, and I got an F for participation. But in the comments, because you could leave comments at the end of this discussion post or whatever, I explained why I didn't answer. I was like, well, I feel like there's nothing there that portrays to me. So I'm choosing not to answer, not because I'm not seeing this, but because I feel like there's no option.
I saw your question
for me, and I feel like that's a very mature thing to do instead of just putting some stupid answer or whatever,
or drawing a picture.
And I still failed. So when I went up to the teacher and I asked, like, well, I technically did do it. I filled out the whole first page, and the second page she's like, well, yeah, but you didn't do what I asked, so let's fail.
Well,
that was my junior year.
Yeah.
That was my first class.
I'll tell my story real quick. So I was in English class my sophomore year, and we were writing a report on something to do with a book that was a historical book, and he was like, give me a source from a different historical book that backs up this, and I was like, cool. So I went in the Bible, and it was something, I can't exactly remember what it was, but I went in the Bible and I looked up a verse, and did a little bit of things, and I quoted the verse, I quoted which Bible it was from and who said it. And so he graded my paper, and on the side he wrote the Bible isn't fact, and he gave me an F for the entire paper. Like
See,
0%.
that's excessive. I think there is an argument to be made if he wanted to sit down and have the Bible conversation with you.
Yeah.
But to fail the entire paper based on the premise is vindictive, in my opinion.
Yeah.
See,
Like,
I think just based on us talking, sounds like our point of view based on what happens to us. If you don't have that many things that are like, oh, well, I'm not experiencing that, then obviously you're going to have a different opinion. And neither one is wrong. It's just what we've
I
experienced.
feel like I have the same opinion as you guys. You should be treated based on how you answered the question.
Yeah, that's
I
what
agree.
well,
I agree.
yeah,
Like,
I'm just,
did you follow directions? Yes,
Yeah.
no.
yeah, exactly.
Like,
I agree.
if the directions say pick a medical journal as your source and you chose the Bible, that's wrong. Ultimately, the whole
it
paper
was
is
a medical journal. I agree.
like that.
Yeah.
You didn't follow
I
directions.
agree. And there is historical facts in the Bible, and all it said was pick a historical book, and cite.
Some
from
might
it.
say the Bible is the historical book.
Exactly.
It's the oldest one.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like
It's got the most
So
dust.
I followed all the directions, but I still got enough.
so that's an interesting topic. We could go on all
Yeah,
night
well,
because the next topic, we should do this
We can
next
do it.
time.
We'll do it next time.
Because
but,
when I was in high school, we wanted to start a prayer group, and they ended up kicking us off campus.
We had a prayer
And
group in my school.
Yeah, well, I thought that it wouldn't be any big deal because we weren't forcing people into it. We
whatever.
were just praying out in the parking lot. But they said you're going to have to find like a church. There was a church next door. It's like, you're going to have to find somewhere else to go. And we're like, why? There's all these other groups that meet before school that aren't sanctioned by the school, but they choose to meet, and you're not kicking them off campus.
Yeah.
Why is that happening? So we were offered the chance to have a lawsuit against the school, and I'm like, I'm just a sophomore in high school.
You could have been over with.
Yeah, you could've-
So
we could have been
One-
going to college.
so the topic we should do next time is that as Christians, I'm not going to pretend like I've been persecuted. There's so much persecution going on in the world, but I have seen, and this is from my perspective. Obviously, I have seen times when if it's a Christian leader over someone who's not, they're usually pretty fair, but it does never, in my case, ever work the other way.
Yeah.
That when they find out that you're a Christian, you're already on the crap list. That's been my experience. Anyway, and the experience of my kids and the experience of my friends. So
Yeah,
it seems to be one-sided, and that's the part that's sad, and that's the
Granted, out
part
of
that's
the-
disappointing.
Out of
It's
the
also-
34 teachers I've had, it was only 2, but still.
That's more than zero.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
But you guys do exist only on one side of that argument. Is my point.
Well, I know
it's
we're
like-
not on the other side, but I'm talking about I had friends who weren't Christians,
Yeah.
and they didn't deal with some of the same stuff I did.
Because that teacher who I didn't like absolutely persecuted me
Except
in the
she passed
classroom,
you.
but not academically. She
Right.
did it personally
Yeah,
to me.
correct.
She was
Yeah.
rude to me. She
Well, you
was
were also a
curt
jerk.
with me, and
I mean,
I wasn't automatically a bad kid, but the escalations kept happening.
my
right?
guess is,
What was the class you took in high school? What was it? Me?
Yeah,
No.
get it, nail it.
what
was
class
the
are you
class you took
talking
in high
about?
school?
What was she?
This was English.
English.
Something
Yeah.
How did you know she was a Christian? Because she made it.
Oh,
Say
Yeah,
it
she
all
made
the
it
time.
Pretty obvious.
Oh,
And so my
arrogance,
question,
arrogance 101, right?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
my question,
that's college, not high school.
Oh,
Hey,
I
what's
said
up?
high school. I've never been to college. I wouldn't know. So
So
my
you're both
question to you was, did that kind of make you antagonistic right out the gate? Because you're like, why
No.
is she doing that?
No.
So you think-
it
so how
wasn't
did she know
because
you
she was
didn't believe?
Christian. It was because she was so like militant and strict that it was always I had a problem with authority.
Oh, okay, I got it. Okay.
So it was really not because of her chosen religion. It was
Right.
because of her personality.
you just wanted,
Yeah.
you just
I
wanted
would
to
agree.
dig
and
in.
I like poking
if
people
I
with sticks.
if I had a Christian teacher that was really annoying, I wouldn't act out like you did, but I would be really annoyed.
Now you
for sure.
fight.
Yeah.
You fight.
Just to wrap up on this topic.
That's a good idea.
I'm sure
That's a good
we're
idea.
going to be
Good idea.
wrapping. But
This is
and I
Eric
might
saying he wants the last word on it.
no. I'm just
Well, he's
saying.
not going to get it because I'm going to wrap it up.
Okay.
I'm gonna
It's a
give him the
second
broken
wrap
mic again.
We can split it like a Kit Kat. I can have the first hat. You can have the second hat. But just as a finals point, I think it all based on everyone's experience. If you have a bad experience, then that's going to base your opinion. If you have a good experience, you're going to be, whether it's college, religion, teachers, whatever their narrative is being pushed on you, whether it's Christianity, non-Christianity, this and that, that's going to affect your opinion. That's what I think. With the Christianity thing, it's probably contradictory, or not contradictory. I don't know.
Come on, buddy.
I can't think of the right word.
All right, moving on.
Just from my experience, seems like Christianity is the only one that is persecuted the most in schools.
It's
and
also
that's
the most represented. That's
Right.
the thing. Is
but it's also the most attacked, I feel, because, and the only reason I say that is based on experience, but at Cienega, at the high school I went to, there was different types of groups. There was different types of religion groups and this and that, that's fine. But outside of school, it seemed like all the other ones, like all the other religions, never faced any backlash. Now, that was just my opinion, but like even go like the Mormons, they would meet and you could tell, who they are. They would come up to you, this and that. They were always treated with respect. For example, but if then the Christians, just the regular believing Christians would come up, I saw them being pushed away a lot. And that looks like the same thing in college and with Alyssa's schooling and stuff like that. It seems like a lot of things are welcome, like, believe whatever you want to believe, except for Christianity.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I believe. Because even like, what I wanted to do is I wanted to be an actor. I wanted to go to Hollywood. I wanted to do this. I wanted to do that. That's what I wanted to do when I was little. Eventually, those dreams faded away when.
Well, now you're here, so.
Well, yeah, this is close second.
when
I
you
guess.
learned about what it means to move to Hollywood.
Yeah, that definitely.
Living in a garbage
but
can.
also how hard it is to stand with what you believe, and not just with everything, with different roles and different that. But like I was watching the Joe Rogan show, and when he was interviewing Mel Gibson, I don't know if you guys have seen that, but if you haven't, you should watch it.
I have seen that.
But when he wanted to make the Passion of the Christ movie, he went up to every single major movie thing. He went up to Fox. He went up to all the big ones, and they all said no. Like not even nice no. Like, and they were criticizing him that they were doing all this other stuff, but he would watch other people want to go do their religious movies and they'd be approved, because it would be almost like the movie companies didn't want to be like, oh, we have to be accepting of everyone except for one thing. So when he went on a limb and he spent his 30 million or whatever on his movie and it did really well, there was so much backlash from the big movie companies because it was an independent film. There was like protests and this and that and this and that, but you don't see that most of the time. You don't see that with other religions or
In
other
general,
things
yeah.
in general. And I'm not
Yeah.
saying it's fair to do it all in one, but I'm just saying that's from my personal experience. It seems like that there's one thing that people don't like.
Yeah.
That's what I see.
And the Passion, I don't know if you've ever seen it, but it's
Oh, I've
amazing.
seen it.
Oh, okay. I used to make my kids watch it every Easter.
Every Easter.
Well, yes, because it's the Passion.
Oh,
But to bring it back around and
it's-
actually end it,
Yeah, please.
I'm going to bring it back around to blue collar or university. In my opinion, as a professional
That's
actor,
where we started. That's crazy.
yeah, that's where we started.
in my opinion, as a professional actor, you don't have to go to school for theater.
No,
That
I
is a
agree.
completely
I
wasted
completely
degree.
agree.
I
in
had
my
no
opinion.
acting experience,
It's-
and now I'm like king of this.
Yeah, I
place.
think
Yeah.
when it comes to theater, especially, well, because
You learn that in Arrogance 101.
when I was looking at where I was going to go to school,
Yeah.
I considered the U of A. I
Like
considered,
BYU
no.
I
I
mean,
considered,
UCLA.
Studio C did really well, so, and they're from BYU. So.
what's the one in Flagstaff?
NAU.
Thank you. I actually
good
applied to
theater program,
NAU as
That's
well.
a party school.
But I kept hearing, oh, well, U of A has this great drama program. I'm like, great. And then I looked into it, and I don't know how they do it now, but back then it was a jury of your peers. And I'm like, no,
Ooh.
there's no way I'm doing that.
That's
They
rough.
decide if you stay in the program. I'm
Yeah.
like, I am not paying to have people, because I never had a lot of friends
popularity
in high school.
contest
Yeah,
does
I was
not
like, no,
sound fun.
that's not going to
Yeah, and
happen.
if you're really
Yeah.
good at it and they see a threat, they're like, well, she's not a part
Right.
of it.
Yeah, you gotta. That's real politics.
But on top of it,
Oh yeah.
on top of it, theater is the one thing where you just need to go out and get experience. Like if you really want to be an actor, you got to go out and do it. That's it. And that's what I think people want to see. And
Yeah.
life experience goes a long way too. So
Yeah.
That whole time there was a question that I wanted to answer. So hopefully DW official is still here.
Probably gave up on us.
They said, I have a good question. How do you fall down the well without having the water effect wetting you?
Can I do the Noah answer?
Yeah.
You just do better.
so well, it
It's
doesn't always happen that way. Actually,
Yeah, it's a
sometimes we
yes
do
or
get
no.
wet. It depends on who's doing tech. Because I've been splashed as I was falling in. So I
Yeah.
think
it's timing. It's timing. And
Well, it's also the way it's constructed.
Yeah.
The well is a big hole.
Yeah.
yeah.
There's a big mattress pad fall bag in the big hole at the bottom, and the water mechanism is higher than that. So
Right.
you fall past the water mechanism down the hole, and then once you have passed that mark, the water goes off.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
you fall past it, and then the water blows out, and
Yeah.
it mostly gets on the audience.
Yeah.
Until we hung that stupid pulley over the top, and now it just drips on you.
Yeah.
Or the compressor isn't working correctly and,
And
it
it
just
just goes
plops right
back.
back in the
Yeah.
well.
So
What's the entire pad?
sometimes, there's just a puddle in there and you land in the puddle. So it's not
Yeah.
really, So
Yeah,
so you still get wet. Yeah.
that's theater magic where someone can fall into water and not get wet.
How do you fall in a well and not get wet?
Yeah, put it
That's
in
a
the
good
comments.
Inflatable pants.
I think we should move on to our game.
Yeah. Everybody, if you could please like the stream. I did see a lot of people come in and leave because they're probably watching our short, clicking on the live. So if you're here and your first time, welcome. We're still talking a little bit, and thank you for giving us support. If you can, please like the stream. And if you are commenting, I know you're subscribed because we're on subscribers only comments. So if you want to ask us questions, make sure you're subscribed. Please ask as many questions as you like if you're new too. So.
For those of you that don't know, this is the Pistoleros. We're the Pistoleros Wild West show in Tucson. We have a live stunt show every weekend that's been going for 29 years. And we decided to start doing a live stream. And it doesn't always look like this. Sometimes we're not just sitting here talking. This is our podcast night, basically. We mix it up. And sometimes we play games. We don't have any of the mics set up or anything. So this is just our podcast type night. So this is a good night. If you want to know something about the show or you want to know something about an actor, this is a great night to ask a question, put it in the comments.
And-
you got to subscribe
Yeah.
so that you can put it in the
You
comments.
could also send us a link to a photo of you, and I will roast you for free.
Please do that. That'd be so funny. Also, with our other version of our live streams that we'll be doing, we're going to end up getting mics, so it'll be easier to listen to us.
For a game night, yeah.
And also maybe in the future when we either get different space or whatever, we can have both setups running at the same time so we can sit down and talk, and then we can go and do something in an area where we still can have one live stream all together. Our beautiful mix would be the two different live streams together
Yeah,
instead
the
of
best idea, it's me and Heather sitting here, and we have a clear commentary on what's going on over there. We switch cameras, and you can see Jacob with Micah and
Eric and a
Eric in a
headlock.
headlock. And then Heather and I cuts back to us, and we're like, yep, it looks like he's got this one locked down. I really don't see how he's going to get out of that one.
How's it going out there, Jacob?
How you doing, Eric?
Yeah. and maybe if we get any more sophisticated stuff, we can actually do streams at our set, but we don't get good internet at our set. That's why we haven't been doing it there.
That's
or
what
else
we're
we
hoping
would.
for, guys. Yeah, we'd love to do it at our set.
Also, if it's like June, it's going to be
It's
like
gonna
100
be hot,
degrees
yeah.
over there, boy.
Yeah.
Like,
but we also,
I
we're
want
trying to find
my-
a studio space because right now we're in my living room.
Yeah.
So we'd really like to find a studio space or a sponsor. Somebody wants to sponsor us
We're
in a
in an
studio or
underground
something.
bunker, which is their living room.
That's
help
right.
us. It's an
Nah,
that's
underground bunker We're in Burbank, California. It is 6 a.m. Help us, please.
Send help.
But yeah, we do want to upgrade and do better things. So we're always trying to strive to be better. So thank you for everybody who's sticking with us right
around.
now.
Yep.
I want my thing is if we ever do a stream at the set, I want it to be like a 5-hour stream, not like this, okay, not like this, but like just on a phone, and it's like for every subscriber we fall off the building,
Oh,
Oh
wow.
my, 5 hours?
Wow.
or like 3 hours.
Well, technically, everybody keeps saying that I fall off a building. Technically, I jump, but I'd be willing to jump.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jim Moody has had several comments about, I'm just gonna, since they're long, religions are one thing, accepting Jesus as my Lord and Savior changed me from the inside, yet I am still Jim Moody, a human being. It's not about him, but for caring for others. And he says, you guys are awesome. So, and great shows as always.
Congratulations on being Jim Moody.
There's only one Jim Moody.
And it's that guy.
So how do you want to run this game?
So,
it's going to be, we're going to go down the line, I assume.
yeah,
Okay.
we're gonna start with Eric. So,
With me.
Hope you're thinking about it.
well, I'll
okay.
give you like a minute, but we're gonna do 2 truths and a lie, and it's our goal as the group to single out the one lie from the individual.
Are we each going to vote, or are we going to try? We have to agree and vote.
I say we
Together.
agree and vote. Yeah.
So we have to agree on the same lie.
Yeah. And it could be anything. I want more ridiculous, but if not, it's okay. You can.
Well,
you
but
can literally-
ridiculous gives it away right off the bat.
No.
I got
It has to be all ridiculous.
Oh, right.
Like all.
So wait for a second.
Oh, he's leaving. He's like, when I gotta go first, I'm out of here.
He's like, I got to go look something up.
Hold on.
I got to go call my mom and ask if this really happened.
Mom, can
you pick me up?
Well, Jerry, why don't you step in then? Come on.
We get a cameo from the man himself.
He's just been watching us, ridiculing.
He's
us
been
from far
leering.
away.
He's been lurking.
Lurking and leering from the dark. He was closer, but he kept making noise, so we made him go away.
Okay, so I guess you can start, Travis.
No,
Okay.
Jerry starts because
Okay.
he's in that
All right.
chair.
Okay, fine.
All right. Well, let's see. 2 truths and a lie.
Yeah.
I like 2 lies and a truth, but
No,
Yeah.
that's not
Can
how it
you
works.
hear me? Can you hear me?
Oh,
Yes.
Can you
Yes.
hear me now?
Yes,
Can you hear me now? All right.
you would know
Oh.
if you had the headphones on.
No, I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't. All right. Let's see. 2 truths and a lie. All right. So the first item would be that I went to Taipei and at a place called Snake Alley.
Sorry, nothing. I was reading a comment. Jim Moody asked if Travis needs to go make water.
Oh, I'm just a wiggly guy.
I noticed we were all doing this, but okay.
Why is Jim coming at me? Like,
He's a wiggly guy.
Okay, so you what? You went to a
so I went to
place,
Taipei to a place called Snake Alley and I ate a snake's heart.
a snake's heart.
Right.
Okay.
neat.
Okay.
Okay. You have something to say about that?
No, I think
Okay,
that's
good.
awesome.
All right.
That's
Okay, so that's
metal.
one.
The second item would be I went skiing in the Alps.
Okay.
And the third item is that I actually had a Guinness at the original place they made Guinness in Dublin, Ireland.
I think I know what the lie is.
I might not.
I
Maybe
don't
we
think
should.
he's
We
ever
all
been
know him.
skiing in the Alps. I don't think he's ever been
I
skiing
agree.
in the Alps.
I don't think he's
I
ever
would
been
have heard
skiing.
that story, I feel like. And
The
the snake
details
thing,
on that one are much smaller.
yeah, the snake thing, I think, I mean, I could be totally
That's
wrong.
metal, dude.
I was gonna say
That's
it sounds
so
like
cool.
something
I mean-
he would do, but a snake
And
heart.
and
Do
he's been
people
to
eat snake
Taiwan.
hearts?
He
He's
said
been to
Taipei.
Oh, Taipei.
It's
Oh, so it may just be one aspect is not right.
That's true. It could be.
But
a
I am
detail
pretty
that's wrong.
sure
I think
that
it's
Jerry's
the
never
Alps.
been skiing.
I was just say I couldn't
Oh.
imagine him
Heather,
going
Oh, you know
skiing.
what?
I thought you were going to play this game because you
Hold
know
on.
me really well.
No, I actually don't. I know you,
I
but
really know you.
you may have actually. Maybe you did tell me
I
that you
know
went
you,
skiing
but we don't
once.
talk.
Really?
No, you may have told me that you've been
How about we
skiing
ask the chat?
once.
What do you think is the lie, chat? What do you
Does
think?
anybody guess?
Yeah,
What is it?
somebody
What is
somebody
it?
say it. Is snake hearts a delicacy in some places? I don't know.
It's got to be small. Like it can't be big.
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
gonna say,
it would
why
be
would
like-
you eat a
He
heart
was
of a
walking
snake?
around and they're like, "Hey, psst, come here."
Maybe maybe
Is
that
that
is
what
the
happened?
lie.
But that's
Or
how it
Did he
goes
see
in
a sign
Taipei.
that said snake heart 50 cents and he was
Yeah.
like, "Hey, I'm here."
Yeah, why not?
And he
Maybe
went
that is
into
the lie.
Snake Alley.
Can't
He
be
was
worth
like,
that much. It's
"Snake
only
heart and
heart.
Snake Alley, come on,
That's right.
fellas," you know.
Rita asked if this game requires a degree.
Yes.
Degree
A
of
degree
stupidity.
of
With- I was gonna
intelligence.
say with the four of us here,
Okay.
yeah, no.
So
okay.
snake heart. We're gonna say snake heart
I believe
because I do
Travis's
think he
point.
went.
I agree.
I do
yeah,
think
like
he
why,
went skiing once.
It's
so
such
small,
a specific
yeah.
thing, and like the Snake Heart in Snake Alley, sure, but did he eat a whole snake that included the heart?
Yeah.
Was he served just a heart? Was it like on the end of a knife, and they're like, "Hey, go
It wouldn't
man."
have been a knife. It would have been a toothpick.
They're
So
like
like-
chopsticks. They're like,
Where is
"Hey, eat
it?
this,
Yeah.
bro. This is
No.
good."
Okay, so
are
I
we
think
voting
we
for that? Or
agree.
do you think we should?
I don't
We
know.
agree on
I don't know if he's been to the Alps. I know he's been in Polynesia. I know he's
I've never
been to
Polynesia.
Ireland.
He's been
That's the area, right?
to a
Polynesia.
lot of.
the-
Polynesia and the Alps don't come together.
No, that's not what he's talking about.
I'm talking
Taipei.
about
Taipei.
the whole like Indonesia, Taiwan region. Is Polynesia? Am I wrong? Is
I
that right?
know
don't know.
when he did a lot of traveling in the Navy. So,
Layla,
um,
Edward thinks it's skiing in the Alps is the lie.
Ooh.
I mean, the
And
Alps.
someone's-
You can't
someone's
take a
making
boat to the
decision.
Alps.
Even if he did ski, the Alps does seem kind of.
I was gonna say that's pretty crazy for you too.
yeah, because I
So
know
maybe
he's
it is
only
the-
been
I
once.
think it's that. That's where I was at the. That was my
You-
gut reaction.
So if he's only been once, he wasn't very good.
No, because he's never been
Well-
again. Obviously.
Why would
I
you go to
think
the
I would've heard
Alps?
about
He
the
might
snake
have not
heart.
been very good about eating
No.
a
Oh
snake
my
heart
goodness.
either.
Okay, we should pick. We
Okay.
should pick. I
Snake
think it's
heart.
skiing. I
Snake.
think it's.
Oh,
I
you
think it's skiing. I think
Oh,
it's skiing.
okay.
I think skiing too.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Well, it was our original, so let's
Yeah.
just go with our original.
Skiing.
All right,
Okay.
skiing.
I have skied in the Alps.
That's
What?
ridiculous.
See?
It
How
was
did
the
you
snake
get a
heart,
boat
wasn't
to the
it?
Alps?
I don't know. So no, I didn't take a boat. I took an airplane. Well, when I was in the Navy, we took leave and we flew out of Bahrain and we went up to Germany and we bummed around Germany for a while. And then we ended up in Austria and we went to Innsbruck and we're
Which
like,
I knew about that.
let's go skiing.
Yeah.
And we're like, it was a terrible day. It was sleeting.
You should have told us.
And
that part.
people were
I said
like,
he'd been
and
there.
the ski rental place, like, you really want to ski today? And we're like, yeah, it's the only day here. And so it was miserable. And I was on the Bunny Hill in Innsbruck, Austria. And yeah, I did not do a very good job.
So
It's
what
true.
was the lie?
So the lie was eating a snake heart
Ah.
Oh.
in Taiwan.
Yeah.
I have been to Taiwan,
Yeah.
in
said-
Taipei.
You said
Yeah.
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 He said Taipei, but
Yeah,
I
I've
said
been to Snake
Taiwan.
Alley.
Yeah,
And they do, and a lot of people eat snake parts there for sure. I did
What?
not eat a
I
snake
knew about
part.
Snake Alley. I knew about Taiwan.
Yeah.
Wow.
But
Is it a jar of snake hearts? Or is
Oh
it
no,
like,
no, they you pick a live snake.
Yeah, and they serve it to you.
They take it out, and a lot of people go there to eat organs for fertility.
Okay.
I don't know what
What?
part they eat.
That's gross.
I'm
Well,
kind of
like,
guessing.
liver, gonads,
whatever. Yeah, and so they will kill a snake in front of you, so you know everything's fresh, and that's why they eat it like that. But you can buy all kinds of junk in Snake Alley. It's like a giant like flea market, but with snakes.
Sounds like a hardcore Diagon
Yeah.
Alley.
I was just saying, I've been to Flagstaff and had a burger.
I mean,
I was
Taipei
in an
has like
alley in Flagstaff.
Taipei has like 7 deadly snakes in it, including cobras, I believe. And yeah, I went hiking one time in Taipei, and I was on the pavement mostly, not really hiking, just walking up a small mountain with some sandals on. And when I got to the top of it, I was like about 100 yards from the actual top where the pavement ended. There was like 100 yards of like tall, like grass, like knee-high grass. And I'm like, wanting to get to the top of this thing, but there's the knee-high grass between me and all I can remember is the deadly 7 snakes of Taiwan. And there was a tool shack next to me, and I went there and I picked out something that looked kind of like a hoe or something like that. And I at the first clump of grass I came to, I parted it. There was a snake.
And you're like, I'm good.
Yeah, and I put the tool back and walked down the hill.
Nice.
That was it.
Real quick, Jim Moody wants to ask Travis if he's a true farmer or cowboy, because he said he looked at the short films you've been in and wanted to know.
This guy's not a cowboy.
No, I only play a cowboy on TV.
No, he's a person who trounces farmers and sodbusters.
Yeah, I fight
He
farmers.
fights them. Yeah.
I fart farmers.
You fart farmers.
And you're gonna lose that fight.
No, despite my best efforts, I have slowly started to turn more into a cowboy and a farmer because my wife and my kids go to my mother-in-law's house where they raise animals and have a whole bunch of goats and like a herd. And more than I'd like to, I go out there and help them with that. So I have now become more of that. But despite never having any intention of doing any livestock or anything like that.
I mean, you remember that time you had lots of farmer issues that happened to you. Remember the time you came to us about the piglet that's butt was inside out?
Yeah.
Yep. And you're
Apparently
like,
that's a common problem.
what do I do about this
Horrifying.
pig? And you had all these like, well, should I pay for the surgery or whatever? And then all of a sudden it just corrected itself and you're...
Oh, it didn't correct itself.
Oh, yeah, I thought so.
Yeah,
No.
surgery.
Oh, you
Uh,
had to manually fix it?
No, we called a vet.
Oh.
And then the vet, this is awful.
Oh, no.
The same way that you
don't-
castrate any kind of livestock,
Yeah.
you get a really strong, very small rubber band.
Yeah.
And you just
Yeah.
Wow.
put the rubber band around the
Till it
thing,
dies.
and eventually that thing doesn't get any blood and falls off.
Right.
And that's basically what happened.
Oh, wow.
In the meanwhile, the pig can't use the bathroom either.
No, but luckily the rubber band is so strong that
Wow.
it doesn't take very long.
That's crazy.
Okay.
All right, that's disgusting.
Yeah,
So
okay,
yes,
moving on.
I don't want to be a cowboy, but reluctantly I kind of am
So now,
sometimes.
so now that can't be part of your truth
That's
and
right.
lie.
We just
So I
ruined
knew
it.
that was it.
But can I go next
I had
so I
good
can
ones,
remember
but now I
mine?
have to remember them. Yeah.
Okay. We know a
Because
lot about
it's-
Travis. This might be difficult
It's
for him.
really
Well, it's
hard
good.
for me
She's
to
gonna
think
go
of
next.
something
Oh,
that my
okay.
family won't know.
You want me to bow? I'll put Eric in.
Yeah, have Eric
Yeah.
come in.
Yeah, that would be a
He's
little
been
easier for you.
cooking.
Well, thanks for the guest appearance for
Okay.
tonight. I guess.
All right. I'll
That's-
come back. I'll
That's
be,
the
Hi,
other
Eric.
I'll be
strip.
over there
That
in the
is the man,
shadows.
the myth, the legend on my shirt right here. That's him right there. That's right.
All right, well, while you're switching, can you listen while you're doing that? So I can start talking?
Talking to Eric.
Dang it, I had good
Listen
ones.
with your
What were
ears and not your eyes. Turn your eyes on, your ears on. Listen, everybody.
All right, welcome back.
Hi.
All right.
Wait for my guest appearance.
Man, it was so nice for those 5 minutes when he was gone.
All right, so my truth. No, I'm just kidding.
So here, you lost your chance. I'm just kidding. All right, so here's mine. All right, let me think of him again.
Oh, the seat's warm.
I lost him.
Okay.
Well, he had a fart
Okay.
on it several times. Yeah.
So I starred in a movie. The first one is I starred in a movie with Jeremy Renner that came through Tucson. The second is that I almost lost my leg when I was 4 in an accident. And then the third is that I was accepted to the New York School for the Performing Arts.
Is it cheating that I know it?
Maybe you don't.
I do know it.
Maybe you don't.
I do.
Starred
Okay.
in or was working on a film with?
Starred in. Way back before he was known.
Well, if Jacob knows it, can you just tell us? And
it
can
was
we
way
just
back
guess?
before he
No,
was
I
known.
want to play the game.
I'll
Eric.
let you two piece it together and then I'll put my 2 cents in.
Okay. I believe
He wasn't, he had not done any, I mean, it was a long time ago.
Yeah.
So
what do you think,
he
Travis?
was an
You know
unknown
her better
actor at
than
the time.
You know her better than
basically.
I do. So.
What was your last one again?
She
You
got
were accepted
I got
to
into the New York
Performing Arts.
School for the Performing Arts.
As post high school or pre high school?
No, coming out of high school.
Okay. Accepted or offered like scholarship?
Accepted.
Okay. That's plausible. Losing your leg, almost lost your leg as a child. Or was starred in a movie. And it's not just like a supporting role. She's the star of the movie.
It was an independent film that came through Tucson.
That Jeremy
Well,
Renner
don't give
was
too
in.
much context.
I'm just,
I'm
if you
asking
have
for
questions or
context.
details about any of them, I'll
I
give
don't
them
think
to
you
you.
should give any details
Mm,
because that's a little giving away too much.
I'm leaning towards leg.
feel like that's true. Not like something Heather would do.
I said I was 4. What do you
yeah,
mean?
but you're always like, well, the amount of energy and injuries you've had, you're very daring. So
Not always.
maybe
Yeah.
she almost died.
'Cause you were pretty heavy as a kid, right?
I was what?
Weren't
pretty
you,
heavy?
weren't you
Did you
heavy
say
as a kid? Was that not you?
Wow,
You
yeah,
were always
it's not
heavy?
me.
Everybody else was heavy? Is that the
No,
thing?
I was a little chubbier than I
Oh.
wasn't a stick, but I was not heavy as a kid,
okay.
and I was 4.
I'm trying
I
to
was
use
bored.
any
I'm gonna-
context clues I can.
I was actually very normal when I was 4 sized. So
The normal 4-year-old leg almost came off. I'm leaning towards leg. Because, like, that's gotta be a
Should I give
big
my 2
deal,
cents?
right?
Yeah, give her 2 chances.
Either the thing almost cut her leg off, or she had an injury that could have led to amputation.
I think the leg is true.
Okay, so you think she
think it's
didn't
true.
get accepted to New York Performing Arts School?
No,
You thought she was like bad at theater, and they're like, "Nah, you
I don't
can't come
know.
here."
Well, I'm not saying that, but I don't know if I don't know how to say it without being rude. That level of not
do you know the
achievement.
answer?
Maybe
Okay.
she didn't apply,
I think it's
and that's why she didn't get accepted.
so.
I believe the start in
Thinking-
the movie because I think that's probably
So
right. So,
convince me
yes.
why we shouldn't vote leg and we should vote.
well,
New
because
York.
it's so one, it's so specific.
We'll give it
2, you do stupid
one more
things as a
minute.
I
kid.
feel like it's the
And-
least specific of the 3.
Usually you don't put a lie in the middle.
Okay, then what?
I think.
Oh.
Those are bad reasons.
That's not a
that's
good
what I
reason.
think. Okay,
I mean, it's a
I
reason.
think
It's not a good reason.
I think that's true.
Because lack of detail could be an attempt to obfuscate the fact that it is a truth, but on the other side could be like, well, I almost lost a leg when I was 4. It's easy to
Take
say
a
that.
guess, and when you're wrong, I want an apology.
Okay, my 2 cents is that I don't think she got accepted to the thing in New York. That's my 2 cents.
You gotta take that.
I know
So
she
if
did.
she
She definitely did a movie with
if
Jeremy
she
Renner.
did get
Renner
accepted,
and
she
Tucson.
starred in
Why
the movie.
didn't she go?
Well,
If
Or was she just
if
in
we
the
think
background?
that's the lie,
Yeah.
the lie is she got accepted. So either one, she's not good enough, they said no, or no, that's just the facts. Either they said no, or she didn't ask them.
actually,
Right?
Wait. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I didn't know.
Thanks a lot, Jacob.
Now I'm second guessing
Because
myself.
it's one of those 2 things. If it's true, and she did get accepted, that means she attempted.
I
They
think.
said yes, and then she's like, "I'm not going there."
Well, we know the movie one is true, so we don't have to. We don't
yeah,
have to
I
talk
believe
about
the
that.
first
Yeah,
one. It's leg or and what?
I think it's. I think it's NY.
All right, and why?
I might be totally wrong though.
Maybe
we
I'm
think
wrong
it's.
too.
I
We
feel
think New
bad
York
if I'm wrong.
Performing Arts said no.
Is that-
Can I guess?
Yeah, what's no? I guess you can guess, but like, explain to me why your reasoning behind which one you're picking.
Oh, now he has to walk
Oh,
around.
now he's
You
now he's
gotta
Oh,
pick
now I
the
believe
right
it's
one.
scared him
Now
away.
I believe it's the
leg.
Now I believe it's the leg.
It just sounds so real.
He's convinced.
Wait, what did you?
He's
Oh, you
in.
guessed the school one. Okay.
He's
that's right.
convinced.
I
He
thought
thinks her leg is fake right now.
No, I'm not saying it's fake.
Here, swing it over. There you go.
So you guys think it's the leg?
I'm leaning on New York Performing
Or are
Arts
you
now.
thinking that she did not get accepted in a New York school?
He is so solidly against leg.
Okay, you're against the leg.
I was
So
leaning.
you think the leg is the lie?
Oh, I think
No.
No,
The
he
leg
thinks
is
the
the
school
truth.
is the lie.
The
Yeah.
leg is the
I'm-
truth.
I'm leaning. I was initially leaning towards leg being the lie.
too out of hand.
Which one's the lie? That's the one you got to pick.
know. I just
Well,
They
don't-
just
He
They
just said
picked-
the
Don't
New
ask
York
him.
one.
just
thought the leg was
true.
so
He
they
said the New
picked
York
school.
one.
Yeah.
The
Oh,
New
the
York
New
school.
York
Yes,
University
as the
school.
lie.
say anything.
As the
Now,
lie.
say
yeah.
something.
He is so against commitment
Get off
in
the
any
leg.
form.
I thought you were over here to tell us what you thought,
Yes.
not to
Yes.
talk to
What
him.
did you think? What do you think?
What do I think?
Yes.
I think she did not star in a movie with Jeremy Renner.
Oh, she didn't star in it.
Okay, so you guys, but you already picked the New York,
Yeah.
the New York School for the
I didn't
Performing
pick
Arts.
She didn't star in it.
Okay.
You're right.
I was accepted into the
Yeah.
New York School for the Performing
Okay.
Arts.
Trick
Did
question.
you
And
ask
I-
them?
Huh?
You asked them, "Can I come to your school?" And they
I
said yes.
applied, and there were only so many openings, and I was accepted.
Why didn't you go?
Long story. So I was accepted. I did almost cut my leg off.
Oh.
Yes.
when I was
what are you
4.
saying
It
yes
was
for?
not.
because
You thought she was in a movie with
No.
Jeremy Renner.
So,
You
no, I
idiot.
guarantee
She
you,
was in a movie.
I
with Jeremy
was in a
Renner.
movie
You
with
didn't
Jeremy Renner, but I didn't
star
star in it.
That's where the trick
I
question
was-
came in.
I'm celebrating because I knew that was true.
Man, get out of here.
I knew
I
that
was
was
in the
true.
background.
knew
I was
all
actually-
Why don't you fight harder for
Hey.
it next time?
But I was a featured extra,
Yes, you
as
were.
in
Was that the
they-
one right behind the bar or whatever? Was that the bar fight one?
Yes.
That
Bar
you didn't.
fight?
That you didn't actually get to fight in.
No.
No,
That,
no,
oh, that was
no,
a completely
no,
different.
no,
No,
Oh, okay.
no, it did film here, and it filmed out at the airport, and I
Oh,
was
yeah,
a
yeah.
stewardess, and so I was in a scene with Jeremy Renner several times. So that's why that was a featured extra. I didn't have any lines
She
or
said-
anything, but and when I
You want this water?
so
She
I
didn't have any
filmed-
lines.
Oh,
we filmed
here's
for
your arrow. Sorry.
actually I did have a line. I talked to the woman that played his girlfriend,
Hmm.
and it did end up in the movie. It's a movie called Ingenious. If you want to look it up,
I did.
It was
I
one
did.
of his first movies.
I cheated. I looked it up and you weren't on the cover, so I know you didn't star in it, and I still chose that
Okay,
as
so
the truth.
that filmed for 4 days, and it was funny because there's a parking lot outside of the airport, which is where they set up craft services in a dirt parking lot. And so they just had this big tent, and we just sat out there until they were ready for us. So we sat out there all day for 4 days, and then they'd bring a golf cart and take us onto the airport grounds and then bring us back. So, and then we did shoot one time in a neighborhood off of Country Club and Broadway. So that was one. Second, when I was 4, my father was washing the car, and he was supposed to be watching me. And I was out there with him in front of the house. And back in the day, we used to make sun tea, make tea.
Yeah, I
So you
did
put
that
a
as a
jar.
kid.
I don't know if you know that.
Yeah.
You used to put,
we
tea.
made sun tea
Okay.
before.
So it was sitting out front, and I was 4, so I was just out there in a diaper, I think, or shorts and no shirt, and just running around. But I wanted to play beach, evidently. I've been told all this. So I put out a towel in front of this thing, and I used it as a diving board. But as I jumped, it knocked over, broke, and the jagged end of the bottom of the jar was sticking up, and I sat right on it, and it cut. You can still, I have the scar. Which leg is it? I can't remember. It's this long. It was my entire leg, almost wrapped around. It cut me open, and it missed a major artery by they said if it had gotten that artery, I could have died and bled out, obviously, but I probably would have lost my leg. So I had to go to the hospital. Obviously, they spent a ton of time picking sand out of it. And then I also have scars up the side and on my side because I rolled around in it when I fell on it. So,
Well,
and
shout
then
out
what was
to
it going?
Dad.
Oh, the New York. Yeah, the New York school. Okay.
Do you have yours, or can I go next?
You can go. I forgot mine.
I have to wait. I just had all 3, and now I have to remember which one is which. Oh, okay. All right. So number 1, I was ranked number 14 in the 2019 when I graduated. Ranked number 14 student. Number 2,
False.
I
False, way too high. How many kids? 14?
14 out of 14. Yeah, believe it.
I played basketball with an NBA player. And number 3, I almost lost my life hiking.
I know this answer, so I'll not play.
Wait, so this is easy. All right, so
Well, you should give your 2 cents after they talk about it
Okay.
again.
All right.
I would believe that you're a successful student. I don't
I-
think that's.
I was
I am.
I was joking on that one. You
Oh,
are
sure.
I don't-
Yeah, sure.
I don't
Okay.
feel like that's too far outside the realm of
I think it's-
possibility.
I think it's the NBA. Maybe it was somebody
So
that
it's
tried to be in the NBA but failed. Or something.
14th in his class academically. Played basketball with a NBA player, which could just be they shot some ball. You know what I mean? Like they don't.
True.
He's not in a game. They just screwed around at a summer camp or something.
They played 2K online. He's like, hey, LeBron James. He's in the Jets.
How did you
Smash
guess
the
that?
like button.
And then the last one, he almost died hiking.
Like that's a believable
We
story.
all almost died hiking.
I mean, physically, maybe,
okay.
but like,
Sure.
it could be an exaggeration that he almost died hiking, or he met a NBA player but didn't play with him, or he was actually ranked number 13 in high school.
Actually,
You make all good points.
I think it's the NBA player. Like, how do you know he played basketball? Maybe he met him at a supermarket.
That's true.
Maybe he
Or-
saw him on TV.
Met him at
I
a
definitely
camp.
have seen him on
Huh?
TV as well.
Met him like at a camp or something
Yeah.
like that.
That's
But if
my
I was
guess.
a basketball player, I'm not gonna just like go and talk to the kid. Like, I would like
Go to-
bring a basketball with me, you know. Like they got hoops there.
That's
then,
true.
you know,
That's a good point.
I got
You
time
said
for this.
NBA star, right?
You know?
No, I said NBA player.
Or
You
just
said
some
NBA
player.
player. It could be like a bench warmer.
True. I don't know. I still think it's the NBA. I feel like
All right.
So what do you think? Okay,
Well,
what's your
I
2 cents?
guess
Mom?
we're going with NBA.
You want to hear her 2 cents real quick?
My 2 cents. I mean, I may be wrong. You may just be using my tactic of one part of it's a lie, but
Yeah.
I really don't remember you being ranked 14th. So that's what I think is the lie.
She's like, for
Now-
some reason, I think we
He's not
filled
that
out
smart.
there's like 143
He's not that
or
smart,
141.
No, I mean, there's things he talks about that I'm like, because my memory is so horrible now, which is scary. But there's things he's talk about that we have to talk about for a while, and I finally go, oh yeah, that's right. But I don't remember it off the bat, so it's pretty sad. But I would hope that I would remember that. I don't think he was.
So,
14.
do you know if he played basketball with an NBA player?
I'm pretty sure he did.
Did he?
But you guys
almost
already
die
voted,
hiking?
so
Well, he did vote.
he
so.
did almost die hiking.
Then I feel good about our answer.
So
Yeah.
All right.
what
so
was your
you
answer
guys
again?
voted
The
NBA player.
NBA player thing?
yeah.
I mean, that was my answer.
Okay.
So the lie was I was ranked 14.
Ah, dang.
I knew it. Oh, good. I
that
know my
was
son a little
Wait,
I
bit.
think
hold
I
on.
was
There was
somewhere
only
in the
13
20s.
people in the
What?
class.
Huh?
So there was only 13 people
No, there
in the
was
class.
like 580 something.
Yeah,
But
same.
I think I was in like 30, 20, lower than 20. I know that.
Where did 14 come from?
Just a random number that came to my head.
That's what
But
gives
But
it away.
I know that he played with an NBA player, so I
and
knew
Travis
that.
was right on the money. It was at a basketball camp at the YMCA.
yeah.
My instructors both knew Chase Budinger when he went to the U of A, and he was playing in Phoenix against the Phoenix Suns when he was on the Timberwolves, and he came and played against us at a pickup basketball game. Chase Budinger, who was the star of White Man Can't Jump in the NBA, not the movie, in the NBA. That was his slogan, White Man Can't Jump, because he was in the dunking contest. Anyways, so I played with him, and then I almost died hiking when okay, he's gonna we talked about it this
all right.
because
Wait, are you
I-
talking about the incident where you're stuck at Bear Cave?
yes.
Oh, you
it
did
was
almost
yes, I
die.
did.
Hey, stop
We have
arguing with him about this.
We have said this so many times, and we talked about it earlier this weekend, and I did. There was a drop right where I was sliding.
Oh yeah, it was a
and almost
drop
fell.
like 3 feet.
No, it wasn't.
It was maybe.
It was not.
It was slippery. You would not have died.
Yes, I would
No,
have.
you wouldn't have.
If I slipped further, I would have.
Nah, you would have been
Yes, I
fine.
would have. No, there was a bigger drop than that. I don't care what he says. That's literally the last time I was up on that mountain, and I remember it very clearly because it scared the crap out of me.
We were talking about going back the other day. He goes, no way.
I said,
Well-
I'm not going on that hike. That's what I said.
We said maybe you should go back and look at it at least. You don't have to do the. What happened was
It's okay, Edward. It's okay.
there was a cave. There was a cave, and this trail leads up to the cave. But there's a part where. Did you say this? I wasn't paying attention what you said.
No,
I
he
wasn't
didn't say-
listening
he
when you were
didn't say
talking.
this at all.
Sorry. So there was a part of the trail that was washed out right before the cave. So if you wanted to get into the cave, you had to jump over this washed out area, and Jacob slipped, and it was very scary. We caught him, but it was very scary. So I
There was a
understand
big drop.
why
Big drop.
it was very scary, Jerry. It freaked me out. So I don't care what you say. He's right. It was scary.
There was there's a big ravine there. There is. That's where the
I know there's a ravine there, but it's not like a straight drop 100 feet. You got to slide down some rocks till you hit the bottom of the ravine, and it's at like a, I don't know, like a 30-degree angle. It's not straight down.
But for
part
a
of it
kid,
was.
Poor kid.
It's traumatic.
I understand it being traumatic.
No, I almost died. I don't care what he says. I almost died.
We need to go there. You need
Anyway.
to check it out. All right.
Anyway,
Here's the store.
so did anybody get that? So
No, we
all
were
right.
wrong.
So everybody's been wrong so far. Okay, who's next? All right,
It's
Travis,
me.
you got it.
I'm finishing it up.
You want Eric to go?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, hold on. Let me have mine 3. I think C. Yep. Okay. You guys ready?
Yep.
All right. So the first one is I have a cousin that was on the Contender TV show for boxing. Made it pretty far. Second thing is I've lived in 11 plus houses. And the third thing is I worked as a restoration assistant for a while, and that was the first time I was introduced to blues music. Those are the 3 things.
Can you repeat the second one again?
I've lived in 11 plus houses.
I think that's true. I think it's number 1. No, number 3. Sorry, number 3. The jazz.
Number 3
He
was my
said
first.
blues music. I'm not even paying attention, and I heard it.
Yeah, I think it's
I'll say it
number
again.
3.
So the first one was I have a cousin that was on the TV show Contender.
I believe
for
that because your
boxing.
family's
And he
weird.
made
Okay.
pretty far. Second
I think
one.
that's the lie.
Second one is I worked as
Noah.
the second one was I've lived in 11 plus houses, and the third one was I worked as a restoration assistant for a while, and that was the first time I was introduced to blues music.
Wait, didn't he say that? when
Yeah,
were
we
talking
talked about this
music?
recently, so that's got to be true. Maybe it's the number of houses he lived in. Maybe it's not 11.
Yeah, maybe it's 9.
Because I kind
Or
of believe
10.
the Contender one.
But
Because that's kind of out of nowhere.
I agree.
yeah, I think it's the houses.
The number of houses. Are you even listening? No, he's not even paying attention. Do you have a vote?
The number of houses, as you think, is the lie.
I think that might
Yeah.
be the lie. I'm sure he's lived in more than one house.
'Cause he said
Don't know if he's
the
lived in
cousin
11.
down the Contender got pretty far. That's plausible.
Oh,
All he has to do is get on the show. But he wasn't specific about how far he got.
Yeah.
He got pretty
Yeah.
far.
yeah,
That seems plausible to me. 11 houses is specific.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then what was the last one?
And we've already
He, like,
established numbers can be specific.
was a
And the
restoration
number
lie.
was the blues thing. He was introduced to blues.
that one, like, it's an interesting anecdote that's added to a thing.
Mm-hmm.
He worked in restoration for a short time, and that's where he was introduced to blues music.
Which I believe he's
We've
mentioned
talked
before.
about recently.
So yeah, 11
I
houses.
think so,
I think
11
that
houses.
counts off.
Yeah.
Is that what you guys think?
Yeah.
That's everybody's, yeah.
You got it right.
Nice.
Wow.
I've lived in 10 houses.
Oh, wow. That was pretty close.
That's close.
No, that was good. That was good.
I've never counted how many houses I've lived in.
Now, it
Oh
took
my
me a while,
gosh.
so I was like, I've lived in 10 houses. Crazy.
I've lived in,
We've lived in about 6 or 7.
well, up to, this is the longest I've ever lived in one place, which is, what have we determined, 17 years now? What has it been?
2009. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the name of my
Okay.
my cousin. He was on the Contender. He actually did.
El Gallito, bravo.
Gallito.
Gallito.
Yeah.
Ah.
He actually did make it pretty far. His clips are on YouTube. It's actually
Hey.
really fun to watch.
Edward, you got one. Congratulations.
Hey, you got it right.
Hey, you're not. Yeah,
Not
you got
sure
some.
what Rita means by where is that? In
Which one?
response to which one, I'm not sure. Cool.
All right,
I got it.
Travis.
Congratulations,
All right.
guys. Good job.
We got to end on you.
Yeah, Travis, you ready?
Yeah.
All right.
All right. So the first one is, I have hot wired a car. My second one is,
I believe
I have
it.
always
Wait, that you
dreamed.
owned?
That's all you get. I have hot wired a car.
Okay.
My
Believe
second one is, I have always dreamed of having a daughter. And my third one is, I have been hit by 5 cars.
That's true.
I believe that.
I think it's on his motorcycle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The hot water one I didn't quite get.
I have
He's hot wired a car.
Hot water.
Hot
I
water.
thought you said you have hot water in your car.
That's like,
Well,
No
if it's in his
way.
car now, it's hot now.
Maybe he
Huh.
said that he's always dreamed of having a daughter because he wanted a son.
That's a lie.
I think that's a lie. Too.
That he's always dreamed of having
I
a
can
daughter.
believe he's hot wired a car. I do believe that.
But maybe that's
He's
what he
pretty
wants
savvy.
you to think. This
Yeah.
is Travis, by the way. So that's probably what he wants you to think.
I think he has been hit by
cliff.
5.
Oh, the
Maybe he's
cliff,
been hit by 4.
Rita, the cliff was on Mount Graham.
Oh, yeah.
He's been
Mount
hit
Graham.
by 8 cars.
Well, it could be the number again. I know he's been hit on his motorcycle.
I believe that he's hot wired a car. So I think we
Yeah,
should.
for sure.
How many
We
times did you
eliminate
say?
it. Five.
5.
I have not times. I've been hit by 5 cars. Is what I said.
All at the same time.
Hit by 5
They're all
cars.
like, and then hit me.
And then you shot up like
It was like a starburst, and
Maybe it is number 3.
I have never heard of Travis working on his car.
Yeah, but
Listen, he said it just had to be
he
his
said
car.
he hot wired a car. A car.
I know, but you'd have to be
I
savvy.
believe that. He's pretty savvy with cars.
All you
I
need
believe
to
that.
do is go on YouTube and say, "How do you hotwire a car?"
Yeah,
No,
really.
that's
How do
true.
you hotwire
He
a
did
car?
teach himself how to pick a
The video
lock, so
pops
why
up.
not?
Yeah, we've seen him break into all kinds of stuff. So.
I think I'm split. It could be the 5-car thing. We've already established
Let's
specific
say
numbers are
Hit
usually
by
are
5
lies.
cars.
That's what he wants you to think.
Honestly, I'm gonna go number 2. I think it's the daughters. I do.
What do you think, Heather?
I think it's the cars.
Okay.
I think it's the number is
It's
the
gotta be
lie.
one. I think it's
we'll
one of
do
those two.
majority. We'll do majority. What do you think? What do you think?
Well,
Because I think Travis has always wanted to be a
I
daddy's.
think he's always wanted to be a dad.
To a girl,
And
I
I
mean.
think he loves his daughter so much.
But did he always?
Yeah, he was just saying.
I think he wanted
he
to
said
be.
he always dreamed of having a daughter.
Yeah,
That wouldn't. Okay. Yeah.
that's not the lie. I think he
Yeah.
has always dreamed of having a daughter. Okay.
Okay.
So it's got to be the cars.
Majority vote.
No, I
It's the
think
cars.
I think it's being hit by cars.
Yeah.
Five
There's
cars.
2 things about cars.
Yeah.
There's one with the hot water in the car.
Yes, the 5 cars. Okay,
Okay,
that's
so
the
the 5
majority
cars.
vote.
So we
is
are
5
majority?
cars. Yes.
Sure.
Okay.
That's
All right.
wrong.
Oh,
I have never hotwired a car.
really?
I
I'm very
told
surprised.
you.
I'm so
I
sure
told
about
that
you.
one.
I'm so
I
surprised.
Understand it in
Oh.
concept and have been in opportunities where I could have done it, but I've never done
You
it.
I
haven't
knew
lived
it.
yet.
See, I was right. Thank you very much.
Um,
You were
All
right.
And
Dang,
I've
that
not
was good.
just like thought about having a daughter. I've literally had very vivid dreams of before I had kids of me walking around with my daughter at the zoo and like in other places and doing stuff with her.
Yeah.
It might be confirmation bias, but I believe she looked like Elizabeth. It's like prophetic.
Oh, that's right.
to
You
me.
just talked about this.
It's prophetic to me, those
Yeah.
dreams.
I'm
So
wrong.
like literally always dreamed of having a daughter. And then let's count out the cars. So
Goodness.
I don't know the order in all of them because it all kind of was
'Cause you were hit
around
too hard
middle
with the
school.
bird.
It's like all around middle school or so. But one of them, I was on my bike going down bombing down a hill. And instead of being in the street on the lane, I was on the sidewalk. And as I came up to like a residential that would pull out onto the main road, I'm screaming down the hill. The guy pulls up in a big truck and then bop, like runs me over on my motorcycle. And then I get up and I went to school. All beat up. That's one. Another one was on the motorcycle. Guy, I'm going this way on Fort Lowell. He backs up out of a dirt parking spot next to a steakhouse and bonks into me, and I high side over the side.
Wow.
Another one on a motorcycle going down Escalante. Suburban just pulls out and runs me over. Like that's just about it. I was going, and she's like, "No, I'm gonna go," and ran me over. So that's what 3.
Mhm.
I got hit by an ice cream truck when I was a little
You get
kid.
ice cream out of it?
No,
Terry's favorite thing.
he was stopped, and then I was coming around the side as he started to go, and went boop and bonked into me in the front. I fell over, but he hit the brakes. And then the other one, this one is more like I hit the car, but the car was moving, so we'll let you guys be the judge. But it was a panel van, and it was out front of our house, and it was driving, and I was crossing the street, and I wasn't looking. And as it passed me, I walked into it as it was moving. So it was still technically driving on the street, but I
Yeah, man.
ran into it, maybe.
Oh, yeah.
But it
Technicality. yeah.
hit me, so
Yeah.
I counted it.
I,
that's
I would
5.
count that. Yeah.
All right.
I was-
Good job.
We
Get hit by cars,
We're
that's
all
what I
pretty
mean.
good liars except Eric, I guess.
Hey, you guys had to get at least one, right? You
Yeah.
gotta take one for
I
the
can't believe
team.
you guys are like, yeah, he would high wire a car.
I said no, but mine wasn't. Mine wasn't morality. Mine was lack of
Oh, I could do it.
technical.
It's not like a
knowledge.
moral thing. I
know.
didn't get into stealing cars.
Adam said, "I love your shows. I remember back in 2020, I had recreate your set on Minecraft.
Oh yeah,
I do remember that. I was there. I think when you showed
that was
them.
pretty cool, Adam.
Yeah.
Yeah. Welcome.
I've always wanted to do something like that, and I actually did. Like when we were driving to, what was it, Wyoming or not, Wisconsin. I wanted to do something like that.
Do a
I
Minecraft
didn't.
thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I didn't because I didn't want to commit. But yeah, that's really cool.
So everybody thought cars. So.
Yeah. Wow.
Where did Noah? Noah, are you still there?
Yeah. Nah, he's like, I'm not in it. I don't want to watch myself. Anyways.
That was fun.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't think that was the 3 that I thought of, but those are the 3 I came up with on the spot.
Yeah,
I thought of 3 and they were solid. They were good ones.
Yeah.
Now we have to start
We'll have
thinking
to
for
do it
next
again.
time because
Yeah,
we'll
have
do
to
it again.
And
Yeah.
my 3 were along the lines where they were all true, but the numbers were wrong on
Yeah.
one of them, so it's like sneaky.
Yeah.
This last one was just a straight up lie. Like that's
Yeah.
all that was.
Maybe that's what we should do. Is it has to be a straight up lie.
Right, it has to be straight up lie.
Yeah.
You can't be like a near lie.
But the thing
near
is,
truth. I
the
meant.
reason I made it a near lie is because I know that these two know my
Yeah.
history, so it's
Yeah.
really
Well,
hard.
we can not just play.
I was gonna say,
So we can make it
Oh,
interesting.
well,
like
yeah.
mine was, I really don't know what number I was. I just said a number.
Yeah.
Like I think I was somewhere in the 30s, 40s range, but like I just said a number. Like,
Right. Well, it was a lie because you didn't know.
Yeah, I did. I
Yeah.
don't know.
You didn't know your ranking,
I,
so
I knew at the time, and I was like, whatever.
For this game, when we used to play it like in school and stuff, I always used to say, as one of my truth, I would have said, I've never broken a bone. And,
yeah.
But you can't say
but I
that
can't say
now.
that anymore. But everyone always choose that as the lie because like someone always broke something as a kid or something. But I've never broken them.
I used to
Until
I
I
used
worked
to say
here.
that for a little while, but then I busted a lot of teeth, and a lot of people would fight me, and they'd be like, "No, teeth are bones," and I'm like,
Oh yeah. No, it reminded me. On that trip, I actually made a Dutch Bros in Minecraft instead.
You made a Dutch Bros instead of
He
the show.
He
Yeah,
makes
I
the
did.
things that are important to him. Okay.
That's
Yeah,
when
right.
it was actually the very first year Dutch Bros came to Tucson. That's when I did that.
Oh, wow.
Because
That was on what trip?
I think on our trip to visit Uncle Matt in Wisconsin.
And the
Oh,
next time
okay.
you got to make like the Pirates of the Caribbean ride or something. Be a little bit more
Well,
creative.
Yeah, step it up a little bit.
Yeah, step
Do
it
like
up.
Talk about
McDonald's
that, but
arches.
like I actually talked about that I wanted to buy the Minecraft pass to visit Disneyland and Minecraft because that's what they did when COVID hit. But anyways,
Oh yeah, I saw something about that.
yeah.
Wow.
Anyways,
The things people did. Spent
Some
money on.
people got really into sourdough, and some people did Disneyland and Minecraft. Okay.
well, we appreciate everybody watching, and if you check this out and you're new, we really do appreciate it. We do this every Monday at 6, so for the people that we haven't seen in the chat very often, thank you for watching, and hopefully we'll see you again next time. And like I said, I'm gonna come up with something like how many subscribers we get next week. We'll do something. I'll do that for next week though. I'll figure it out, but just to entice you guys to spread the word and get more subscribers for us. So.
Also, as a warning, in a couple of weeks we're going to be gone, so
Yeah.
we're not going to have the live stream, but we will still have something prepared for that Monday night. So no worries.
Yes.
Hopefully
Exactly.
something pretty cool since it has to be pre-recorded.
It'll be live, pre-recorded.
That would be
Yeah.
Just like every time you watch something that says live, I'm like, this is not live. Why does it
says,
say live?
Live,
you can-
previously recorded.
And what Jaros tells me is,
it's-
well, it's filmed live. I'm like, everything's filmed live. You do this. It's live when it's filmed.
live because you go live when you premiere it.
Yeah.
You can have a premiere and everybody can watch it, the video
Well,
for the
that's
first time
YouTube,
together.
yeah.
it's YouTube.
Okay, but
That's
this is
probably what
before
you were
YouTube, I
saying.
mean. Okay.
But we could do that too. We could have a pre-recorded video and then the Monday.
It premieres at 6, and you
Yeah,
watch it
except
like you would a
we'll be
podcast.
riding rides at Disneyland, so we won't be there. But
Must be nice. Sick invite, guys. Sick invite.
Sick invite. Thanks
Yeah,
for
thanks a lot, guys.
welcome. You didn't buy me a ticket to Disneyland.
Could have got you a exclusive pass to the Coco ride, but it's okay.
Nobody
have a
wants to go
Coco
on that
ride?
ride.
we already
We're
have
gonna
enough
have
of
one.
you. We don't
Yeah.
need more of you when we go. So.
Yeah.
They went to Rio Miguel.
But again, thank you for everybody for watching, and look forward to seeing you all next week.
Yep.
So,
Because remember,
yeah, because remember, without all of you, none of this would have been necessary.
Hey.
hey.
and now we have to wait here for like 15 seconds for it to catch up.
So we can't do the numbers thing, but can we get close? Like I said, I was at A,